What's going on, y'all? How are we doing today? Yeah, it's me. I'm gonna give it to you. Nothing but the draft. How I see it. Let's get it.
Appreciate it, Mr. Davis. What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking them all? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you were not touching the friends, ayy. You were not touching the kin, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number two, I came in the win. Said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, like diesel, Shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
Yo, what up, peoples? I see y'all, man. What's up, everybody? I see everybody coming on in the building, man. Relax and talk sports. Omar Tillman, Earl 704, Charlotte Bound News and Sports. I see you. Hey, KJ the Great, man. What's going on, Kitty? Kitty, what's up, my girl? Hey, man, everybody's in the house. I see y'all, man. We ready to get it in. Uh, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Dan Morgan yesterday. A couple things I got on my mind, with that so-called tell-all, whatever he called himself doing at the podium. Y'all know what I call it? Podium talk. Podium talk. Nothing but podium talk, man. Eh, Y'all, I've been gone, man. I've been on about a 2-week vacation. You know what I'm saying? Uh, birthday, just doing what I do, whatever. But like I tell them all the time, I got my eye on podcast out here, breaking news, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I got you. I'm not gonna leave you in the blind. I know where it's at. I know what's going on. Get my screen right. I know what's going on. I know who telling lies, still lying out here somewhere. A lie is always being told. You can believe that shit. You can believe that. A lie being told somewhere out here all the time. So, um, with that being said, Dan Morgan, he wasn't lying yesterday to y'all. Yesterday or Monday or whenever he did that shit. Uh, he just was doing podium talk, y'all. And I keep telling y'all this right here. You know how this chess match or this tennis match go, a back and forth, hit the ball over the net, hit the ball over the net, to somebody see you breaking down, getting tired, and then they slam it in the corner. You can't get it. You can't get to the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that goes. That's the way that is. That's the game that GM's gonna play. Oh, y'all wait the next week. Y'all wait the next week, about Monday. Man, all y'all motherfuckers gonna think y'all know. Oh man, it's this guy, this guy. It's this. I know we gonna pick this guy. Y'all hear what he said? Y'all hear the news? Nah, You ain't gonna know. From what I see, Dan Morgan is sitting there, and at 8, he don't know what the hell to do right now, man. At 8, he don't have a fucking clue. If somebody call him, one of them people that's done, think about it, y'all. Think about it. Joe Shane for New York done shitted him. You know what I'm saying? With Brian Burns. Man of honor, what's going on, my boy? I got to move this right here. Y'all hold on, man. I'm trying to get some shit off my screen. Well, it might be. I can't move on. But Joe Shane done shitted that motherfucker. Um, Brandon Bean shitted him last year. Brandon Bean is his guy. So I guess Brandon Bean didn't want to do him too dirty. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Bean didn't want to do him too dirty. So he for that Xavier Leggett pick, he didn't want to do him too dirty. He say, you know, he let him live. Uh, who else got his ass? Well, during the Scott Fitterer days, Poole over there in Chicago, they got it. Don't be surprised, y'all, if we come up with some old fucked up ass trade back. Now I've done seen mock models where talking about we traded all the way back to 20 and no, that ain't gonna happen. This draft is too full of good players, talent up and down the defensive line, whether you're talking about ends and tackles and stuff like that. Sprinkle me some secondary players and linebackers and things like that, but a lot of good defensive players. So, and it's not the sexy pick, it's big uglies and guys that do dirty work like set the edge and control the run and, not those dominant sack getters and stuff like that, but guys that can change the game as far as there's other dimensions and facets of the game, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sacks is pretty. Long 50-yard bomb touchdown. That's pretty. Um, a running back that can juke you out your damn shoes and socks and have that breakaway second, third gear speed and can catch the ball out the backfield, you know what I'm saying, and get yacked. That's pretty. You don't have a lot of those players in this draft, but you have some dirty work, getting down, putting their nose in the ground motherfuckers in this draft right here that can change the scope of an organization, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not going to be long around here today. I promise you this. I promise you. Because I got some things to do. But the message is going to be clear. The message is this right here. This is just some GOAT talk, some draft talk. The draft is upon us. I'm going to give you them head scratchers. I'm going to tell you where a lie is being told. Those are two things. You're going to leave with a head scratcher. You're going to know that a lie is being told somewhere, right? One, head scratcher. Your GM, Dan Morgan. Watch this motherfucker. I'm telling y'all. Watch this motherfucker. Dan Morgan. Man, you got those kind of guys that know how to manage, right? But it's on you. It's on you, dog. You understand what I'm saying? It's on you. When the pressure is on them, they might come with an idea every now and again or something, you know what I'm saying, to look. But I have not seen Dan Morgan To me, Dan Morgan botched the Brian Burns deal. Dan Morgan comes in free agency and gives you enough. If you say he didn't get Milton Williams, he didn't get DK Metcalf in here. You see what I'm saying? But see, y'all forgot about that. I don't hear none of y'all motherfuckers talking about that. I don't hear none of y'all motherfuckers talking about that. Scratch your head now. Scratch your damn head. I don't see any of y'all talking about that. They swung. They missed Milton Williams. Swing and a miss. Then you messed around. You tried to get DK Metcalf, right? You tried. But guess what? You didn't. You didn't. You didn't get DK. Point blank. Okay? A dominant three-tech tackle and a proven wide receiver. Think about it, y'all. Head scratcher. That was the first two acquisitions that you went for during free agency. Now, I already see it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all read what Real HHENT say. Now, Real HH, that's my guy. This is my dude right here. Already saying Milton wasn't worth 28, this and that. This is where I'm gonna educate y'all. I haven't said it in a while. Black Cat Panther Podcast is a motherfucking educational channel. Tell y'all once again, I hadn't said it in a while. Black Cat Panther Podcast is an educational channel. You go to them other cats over there and they talking. That's all they doing, man. Talking. Talking. I'm educating around here. First thing Real AJ said, he wasn't worth 28 million. Real AJ, if this man stopped the run, if this man can get me 10 to 11 sacks up the middle, guess what? He worth any motherfucker. To the Panthers, who got 3,000 yards put up on him, he worth 30, 40. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm trying to tell you, my boy. You got to look at, don't worry about what's going on in the NFL. Worry about what the Panthers cannot stop the run. If I am a AC, offensive coordinator, anywhere, and I know next week I'm getting ready to play the Panthers, guess what I'm getting ready to do? If I got to go get another half a leg running back, and have me a 3-4 headed monster, and I'm switching them running backs out, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to control the pace of the game. I'm going to control the clock. I'm going to run on your ass because it's already proven. I can run on y'all. I can't, y'all. We didn't get no pressure. But see, our passing numbers could have been out of this world. How you think J.C. Horn makes a Pro Bowl? Because nobody passed on us. So why? Because they were running on us. Come on, man. So you needed somebody who could get pressure up the middle. Or at least from tackle to tackle, guard to guard. So on this team, a $28 million tackle, you damn right. A defensive end that can set the edge and get some pressure. Make motherfuckers spin around and go the other way or spin around and go back. Yeah, that's what you need. Not no motherfucking off-ball linebacker like you hear some of the rest of these motherfuckers talking about. The fuck, man? Most edge rushers, guess what? How many downs in the chat? Somebody give it to me. I see 44 y'all in here, and I didn't even say don't even bring that bullshit up in here. And that's the first thing y'all doing, bringing bullshit up in here. I'm sorry. I've been going too long. Please, please, like and subscribe. And don't bring that bullshit up in here. Not today. Don't do it. Not my first day back. Jesus Christ, the Lord Almighty. Damn. They selling y'all wolf tickets. Damn. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Anyway, calm down. Calm down. Well, y'all got my pressure already riled, upset, flustered. Why? Why you want to do it? Why you want to treat me that way? I'm just here to give it to you. Anyway, let me get back. Let me get back. Please let me get back. But you got to look at the needs of the Carolina Panthers. Now, you had David Newton, Scott Fowler, Mike K. I heard his voice up there the other day. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just watched bits and pieces of it. It was like, yeah, I see. Because I know, like I tell y'all, it's podium talk. I've been stopped watching that podium talk all the time. Not watch it. I got to watch it because I got to talk on it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I don't watch the whole thing. Sometimes I watch old Dave Canales because he green and they can catch him up in some shit. When they catch him up in some shit, be like, all right, they got his ass. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that motherfucker so damn just he chooses he be choosing his words and see he think about everything he say before he could. I ain't saying he polished or anything like that, but he know with his non-blinking ass, he know when monotone talking, he know he ain't gonna he ain't you you can catch him. He ain't that savvy, but you can catch him. You know what I'm saying? You can catch him in some shit. So hey, let's get down to the peanut butter and the crackers about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to the talk, to what we here for today. You know what I'm saying? Draft. I'm not worried about eight. Stop worrying about positioning and who. I don't give a damn if they pick a water boy at eight. If he's the best damn water boy, Gatorade getting motherfucker in the league, he worth it. You understand what I'm saying? He worth it. If he can mix that pack of motherfucking orange Gatorade like nobody else can mix it. If he could clean that Gatorade keg to where there ain't no type of nothing up against that spout where it's coming out, he worth it. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter the positioning on the board of the draft. It matters the position is what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's where I'm at with it. Is y'all feeling what I'm saying? Is you picking up what I'm putting down? That's all I'm hoping you're picking up what I'm putting down. And like I said, I ain't gonna be here too long because I'm trying to get to y'all, and I want to get some more insight on it. Get some people up here, and we get to talking. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat in just a second, in a minute. Like I said, I ain't gonna be here long because I'm gonna be coming to you. And let me drop this little news nugget too. Mudding Outlaw TV. Like I said, I ain't working right now. I'm still basically still on vacation. But going to the racetrack, Darlington, South Carolina, the House of Hook. I'm gonna be coming to y'all Friday morning, around probably about this time. We're gonna be on Mudding Outlaw TV. I'm gonna be talking Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna be talking racing, everything. I'm gonna be out there live on the track, at the track, the House of Hooks, Darlington, South Carolina, at the racetrack, Friday and Saturday. We're gonna be in the streets like I used to be. All right, Mudding Outlaw TV. Go over there, like, subscribe, put it down. I put a link in the chat in a little bit. Mudding Outlaw TV. Go over there, subscribe. I'm getting ready to do 2 lives this week. 2 lives this week. Uh, um, where else I'm at? I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all everything what's getting ready to go down right here before the draft. Y'all know what the draft is next week, next Thursday on the 24th. Uh right here on Black Cat, probably like that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're gonna do like we did last year. We're gonna do mock drafts. We'll go head to head on a bet, to see who last year me and MDJ, we went up in a tie last year. This is how good we had it. This how we had a $200 bet and it ended up in a tie. Nobody had to pay out nothing because he got 16 teams, I got 16 teams. You see what I'm saying? Hey, ask me another motherfucker guard that went out there and picked the draft like that right there. Now another one. Mel Kiper, that big head other motherfucker, Ty McShay. None of them ain't did no shit like that. Promise you. I'm telling you. Uh, where we at? Where else we at? I'm just getting the news out here. Then y'all come on up. I'm getting man. Actually, I'm getting ready to throw the link in the chat. Get ready to throw the link in the chat. Link is in the chat. Neo Shadow Wolf, I see you, boy. What's going on? Mason Graham ain't gonna have Neo. Ain't gonna have him, cuz. It ain't gonna happen. Link is in the chat, man. Y'all come on up here if you want to talk. Like I said, I ain't gonna be too long. I got some things to put together. I'm putting together. Like I said, I'm loading some stuff today and doing some things like that so I can get on out there Friday, get to the track. Actually, it'll be there Thursday night, Thursday evening sometime. But like I said, I'm gonna do a live Mud Ink Outlaw TV, y'all. Um, there go Omar. What up, my boy? What up, Omar?
Go,
What you know good there, brother?
go. What's going on, my guy? How you doing?
Man, Omar, I'm trying to live the dream, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a blessing. How you
Absolutely,
making? What's on your mind?
man. I think, Q. I really wish my man Q up here because he was calling me. He was calling me everything but a nigger and a liar. When I was telling him, I was just trying to walk him through it.
Omar, I didn't see it, but and then see, I'm gonna say you probably was a nigga and a liar at the time. But
Now you
listen,
was agreeing.
listen,
You
yeah,
was agreeing
but
because we was
listen,
tet at eight. We was
uh-huh,
tet at eight. We was always tet at
okay,
eight because you know why? We
uh-huh,
knew if they stayed at eight, they was probably going to value somebody on offense more than
uh-huh.
somebody on defense. I was always a
Listen,
Ted
listen,
at eight or a trade back guy. So everything I'm hearing
listen,
from Dan is what I was thinking.
and you're right. You're right, Omar. I tell you all the time, you're very smart and intelligent. I tell you all the time that it's either Ted at 8 or a trade back. And the trade back, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The trade back that this motherfucker's gonna do is gonna be some of the stupidest shit that you ever gonna want to see. I guarantee you. We're gonna miss out on some talent. Cause see, the trade at 8 probably gonna drop us out the top 10. Would you agree?
It really depends. So I got a couple of teams that I'm looking at. I think you mentioned it earlier. At the very latest is Pittsburgh at 20. But the thing with Pittsburgh at
Okay.
20 is they have no second round pick. So if they want to jump up, you have to get their first next year. You have to. We can't even entertain a conversation about moving back to 20
So,
without a
okay,
first.
okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who is worth? What is Pittsburgh going up there for and would be worth they number one next year?
Shador. Shador
So
falls
you
right
think
before the
so
Saints.
you think so you're banking that Shador falls to the eighth spot.
Yeah. And one hypothetical, and kind of like Dan was saying, with this draft, in most drafts, we're usually able to put in the first 5 to 6 picks or so. In this year's draft, one pick that maybe nobody's seeing that can happen can throw off the whole draft board. You see what I'm saying? Because if Shador
Mm-hmm.
does go to the Browns or Giants, then the board just falls how we all seen it. If Shador doesn't fall, because really it's the offensive tackles this year. How many offensive tackles are going to go in the top 10? That's really going to be the key. Is it going to be two? Is it going to be one? And so in that
I'm
case, I
thinking
think Pittsburgh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking two. I'm thinking
because
two.
I think Patriots may take a tackle if Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter's not there, and then the Jets may take a tackle. Those are the two that I'm thinking.
Okay. What's going on, Claire? Good morning. Good morning. How you making it? Hey, Omar. See, that's what I was saying. You could easily break down this draft right here because it's so defensive line heavy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, say you miss on Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant to me, and Walter Nolan. Those are what we need for the Panthers. Those are the guys that we need, right? Because just like I told y'all, Kenneth Grant made Mason Graham. And imagine Kenneth Grant doing what he did for Mason Graham for Derek Brown. If Derek Brown comes back as the monster that he is, you understand what I'm saying? Because he could come back missing a step. He could be come back better than ever. I don't give a fuck. Anytime you have an injury, a little piece of you now. You understand? Some people do come back, just as good as new. Some people do come back with a little hitch. Some people, whatever. Let's just say, I'm just saying for conversation's
Hypothetically,
sake.
yeah,
Yeah, let's say he comes back without a hitch. You know what I'm saying? As Derek Brown, right? Kenneth Grant would be his ultimate complement piece. He's never had it before. So imagine Derek Brown with a capable Robin. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
A motherfucking Robin 2.5. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Mason with Derek, it's a good combo, but Derek and Kenneth is a hell of a combo. Okay, now I leave that there. Now, what I'm saying though, Omar, to what you saying, Shador, right? Drops to drops to 8 where we can make the trade with Pittsburgh. That's a hell of a that's 12
Yeah,
spaces,
that's
my
a hell
boy.
of a spot. I don't want to do it, but that's just one I know you have mentioned. I think that's BS. Me personally, I'm anywhere between 12. I think Seattle at 18 is my very last. I'm not going any further than 18 with Seattle, honestly. And but
Now,
the teams I'm looking at I think Cardinals at 16, Seattle at 18, and then you got the Cowboys at 12.
okay, this is the thing. Y'all know I like Tankathon. Now Tankathon had been putting out and they've been holding the thing. It was a realistic draft before they went to this one right here. And they'll probably change it about the day is Wednesday. They'll probably change it about Thursday or Friday. By Friday, they'll probably have a new mock out, a new mock simulation, right? So Omar, this is the thing, and this is the thing everybody been talking about this week. Shador dropping, Shador dropping. They back on that again. You understand what I'm saying? Which I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, Shador ain't getting past New York. Because this is the thing. And this is why I say this right here, y'all. And y'all can put my logic into this right here, what I'm saying. Okay, so this is their mock model. If y'all on Tankathon or what now, y'all follow with me or whatever. So they got Cam Ward, right? So Cam Ward is the consistent number one right now, getting ready to go into the last week. You know what I'm saying? Come tomorrow, it's a week from now
Yeah.
is the draft. Okay, a week and a day. We'll put it like that. Cam Ward right now is the consensus number one. Okay. Then you got Travis Hunter going to the Browns. I could see that, but then you because they've been pushing him this week. They got him listed as a 99 or something like that on you know what I'm saying, on one of the things over all these defensive linemen and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? You got, and then they was asking. I seen one thing they was asking them. How many offensive snaps can you play? How many defensive snaps can you play? And then they telling this, in the pros. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend so much time in this room, that room. You know what I'm saying? Offensive schemes, this and that, this and that. See, so how is he gonna do all that at that type of level? You see what I'm saying? That's that. This is the jump that you got to make. You got some people that play wide receiver, period, right? Good wide receivers that can't get it. Cause when you say that TMJ at one time, now coming out of LSU, wouldn't you think that he was a good receiving prospect, right? Would you say that,
Yeah.
Omar? Okay, now
Oh, who is the prospect?
TMJ, Terrence Marshall. coming out of LSU.
Oh
Born
yeah, yeah.
in,
He was arguably the best. He was arguably the best wide receiver. Yeah, he was arguably out of Jamar, Justin. He had an argument for being the best out of the three.
out of the three. Okay. A lot of people say, "Nah, get the hell out of here, go." And I say the same thing you say, Omar. Okay. So this is the thing, though. When you make the jump to the NFL, you have to go into that offensive meeting room and you got to listen to these different sets and you got to know if the defenses do that, if the defense do that, the terminology, all that type of stuff. I'm not saying that's one mentally you got to have between your head. When you sit there and say, well, damn, why ain't they playing this guy? We ask that question all the time, right? As a rookie. Damn, why ain't they playing such or this and that? Because he's not getting it in, he might not be getting it in the classroom. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not translating to the field. That's the number one thing, y'all. That's the reason why. He got to go in there and look at some more tape. When a corner comes in and play him this or show him this right here, he don't know what they're doing on the other side of the ball to try to stop him. So guess what they're doing? They ain't stopping him. Or either in our case, sometimes the quarterback is a bum. I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching that though. But that's what hinders the I say the come up, if you will, of a young player. A lot of time is in the rooms, offensive rooms, the defensive rooms, the position rooms. So now you asking this guy to go into two position rooms as a rookie and perform on both sides of the ball, right? So the Browns,
I think any team would be stupid to rush just throw him out there at the very start like that. But I said I don't think no team should just have him playing both ways to start. But it's something that you I think a team should be open to.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna be open to it. He's gonna get some licks at wide receiver, but not as many as people think. Flame for Jesus with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you there, Flame.
I
Flame
agree.
says, Flame says, hello, everyone. Hope you all have a blessed week. The first pick should be defense. And I agree with that. The defense was historically bad last year. That's what Flame says right there. And I said that, Flame. I mean that 100%. You are right. Because if y'all look at the acquisition that we got in defensive tackle in free agency, to y'all, if y'all think that's good enough to go out there and play, that's the reason why the Carolina Panthers only won two away games, one in the Bryce and one in the Andy, because you don't have the defense at the point of attack at the line. You can't go into other people's stadium thinking you getting ready to motherfucker. You got to go into other people's stadium and dominate if you're gonna beat somebody at home. I hope y'all would agree with me on that. You're not walking into any and everybody's stadium and just doing what the fuck you want at home. People gonna defend the house. Look at us. We didn't play worth a damn this year, but we played people tough at home, didn't we? You had your hands full when you came in the Bank of America Stadium. Now when they went wherever they went across the country, they didn't play worth a damn. And it's proven by the record. They didn't. So, but let me get back to this though, Omar, what we was doing. Okay? You got the Giants getting Abdul Carter. Does that make any sense?
If the Browns go Travis, Giants go Abdul, yeah, I'm rocking with it. That makes sense.
How did
That
that
makes
make
sense.
sense when you got Burns and you got Thibodeau and you got well no, they just got rid of number 51 because we tried to get him. I forget what that boy name was. 51 or something like that. 51, I think he was. But they just got rid of an edge rusher or defensive end, whatever you want to call it.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Go.
Okay, go ahead, explain to me.
They Dable and their GM, they on a hot seat. They got to do something
Yes,
this year.
yes, sir.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think They want. I don't think they're gonna put. I don't think they're gonna put their jobs on the line with Shador. I think they rock out with a veteran in Russell or Jameis, depending on how they do that quarterback competition. If the
On
board
1 year
falls like
contract
that,
now.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You take those. You take that 1 year. You build your defense. Your defense is gonna be your D line straight. Your D line is straight now. You got Abdul, Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns. Your D line is straight at that point. You don't have to worry about addressing that anytime soon. And so I think you take that this year, and you may double back, and you may be able to get another quarterback, a Jackson Dart, maybe Quinn Ewers in the second or third round. I think, but I don't think they pulled a trigger on Shador. I don't think they invested in Shador. I don't think. I think they're gonna go probably if Abdul is there. I think they go Abdul or Travis over Shador. Honestly, I don't think they are interested in Shador at 3. I could be wrong. I think they go either Travis if Abdul goes to the Browns, or they go Abdul. Right there.
Well, look, check this. They got this mark. We just look at the Giants, y'all. They got them at number 3 getting Abdul. Then they come back at 34 and they get Jackson Dart. You see what I'm
And that,
saying?
you see, and that, I didn't even look at it.
But what I'm saying is, even when you're mocking trying to get Shador to drop, you still have to address the situation that the Giants is going to have to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they
Why
do.
would
They
you
do.
pass up the second best? What some people say the second best quarterback. Now some people say the second best quarterback. I say
Yeah,
the first quarterback. So why would you pass up the sec? See, that don't make no sense.
you.
You got to think. You got to break down this whole thing. They're just mocking this to try to get your door to drop down to 8 or drop
Yeah,
down to 9 to the Saints because of the Derek Carr injury. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and maybe the Saints trade up even in front of that. My thing is, if you're a Giants standpoint, if you draft Shador, is he the day one starter, or you put him in a quarterback competition?
No, he Russell is the day one starter. Let's
Exactly.
don't no.
So if you thinking Russell's already your day one starter, then I can bring in
No, no,
this second round pick in Jackson Dart and let him develop. I'm just playing
no,
devil's
no.
advocate. I agree with you
You
though.
just said
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
you just said Brian Dayball and Joe Shane is on the hot seat.
They are.
Now I don't know about anybody else, but if my damn job is on the line, I don't know if I'm gonna get a swing at it ever again. I know I'm gonna get a swing at it now because it's only a week out. It ain't like they're
Okay.
gonna go get a GM now just for a week out. So I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a pick. So I went and got Russell Wilson on a mother and Jameis in case Russell gets hurt. Both of them are on 1 year contract.
But
I
they
go
vets.
get
You know
Shador.
what you got with both of them, though. You know what you have with Russell and
I know
Jameis.
what
You
I
know
got
what
with
you
both of
have.
them.
That's the
They gonna
thing. You know
do
what you have.
what some people think we should have done. They gonna sit Shador's ass. You understand what I'm saying? Unless Russell or Jameis lays an egg. You know what I'm saying? And that's not gonna happen because Russell Wilson, just like I told all the Falcons fans that come over here. Kurt was going to get y'all X amount of wins to get you out the top 10, and you wasn't going to be able to compete for a quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? Russell's going to get them out of the top 10, and they're not going to compete. Now, in that division, what they in with Philly and the Red and Washington and Dallas, you see what I'm saying? They'll probably finish
You finishing
third.
last. They finishing last. I probably got Dallas over them.
Nah, they'll probably nah, they'll beat Dallas. They'll be better than Dallas. They'll be better than Dallas and playing Philly and Washington once, you know what I'm saying? One of them is gonna sweep them, and they might catch one of them, you know what I'm saying, in
On
New
a
York.
trap game. Yeah, on a trap game.
Yeah, in New York. I would have them sweeping uh the Cowboys or splitting with everybody except for probably Philly. Or everybody except for the Redskins. Something like that.
Yeah.
Depends on like Omar just said, a trap game somewhere. But so right there tells you that Shador ain't getting past New York.
Yeah, it just depends. Yeah, like I said, it depends. I know that he's supposed to be having a workout with them today. Like I said, I think it really, because let's say, are you taking Travis or Shador at 3? Let's say Abdul goes to the Browns at 2. Who you taking at 3, Travis or Shador? Or is
I
your
gotta take
logic still the
Shador.
same? You still taking Shador? I ain't
I
mad
gotta
at that.
take Shador at 3. Shador doesn't get in my world. Shador doesn't get past New York.
Okay. In your mocks, yeah.
Now
And I
Travis
like
can
that
go.
too. I like
Yeah,
that too.
I see. I see Travis at the Patriots or at the Raiders.
I don't think he fall past the Patriots. I definitely don't think he fall past the Patriots. Because that in
Yeah, I
that
don't
case,
think.
that means you got
I'm with you on
Abdul,
that.
you got to because in that case, I'm going Abdul with the Browns, Shador with the Giants, Travis with the Patriots at 4, and now you're in the Mason Graham at 5. And
At
then really
five.
with the Raiders, that's when it starts getting a little tricky. Because do they go
If
Ted or
those
Genti?
guys,
Shit like
no,
that.
if those guys are gone, that's the first tackles come off the board with the Raiders. It'll be Will or it'll be Ahmad Metabuko Metabu
Yeah, from Missouri.
from Missouri. It'll be one of those tackles
Okay. And I
because they're
like
getting
that you
Gino.
said that
Yep, it'll be one of those tackles. They'll be
because
getting Gino some help because they already got Brock in them, you know what I'm saying, for some weapons. They can come back in the second round and get another weapon, you know what I'm saying, for Gino. Then Pete's gonna start building that defense. Or Pete's gonna build a defense and they're gonna start getting weapons in the third or fourth round, which
yeah.
they can do it in this draft.
Because I go, and I'm
See,
happy you said tackles because I think that's going to play a factor. If there's a tackle run, like if, say Will Campbell and that dude from Missouri go like within the top 6 or 7, I have a trade scenario for you and Q real quick. I can run off that I saw, and y'all can let me know if you do this. We would trade back from 8 to 16 with the Cardinals, so we're going back to 16. We would get pick 47 from the Cardinals and pick 115, and we'll give up 74 and 114. So pretty
why are
much,
we giving? See, this is my thing. Why are we giving up anything? Because I seen a mock model where we didn't come out but with 6 players. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, we got 9 picks originally. So
And we didn't come out with 6. That's what I kept telling y'all. If this motherfucker makes a trade, if this dumb son of a bitch Dan Morgan makes a trade, we're gonna end up coming out with about 6 players out of a loaded ass draft.
but it depends. But go, wouldn't you want more opportunities at those players early than late? Because right now we have 6 picks, 4 through 7. That's too many picks, 4 through 7.
Omar,
We only
if
have
the
three
board,
picks in the first, second, and third round. We only have three.
Omar, let me tell you something. If the board falls to you, you potentially got 6 starters and at least 2 prospects.
And you talking about staying
Wouldn't
and
you rather have
with staying at 8. You saying staying at 8? That's what happens.
stand your black ass at 8?
Because y'all gotta remember, we pick 8. We pick at
Let
8,
the
57, and 74. Those
let the board.
some big ass gaps. Unless you
You
want
too
to trade
anxious.
up in between.
See, you're too anxious. You're ready. You're jiggery. You're jiggery. You're ready. You're ready to. I gotta pick. I gotta do. I gotta do. I gotta go. You see what I'm saying? You
I
let it fall to you. You know what I'm saying? Just like, see, you carry your ass to the club. See, I'm gonna be drinking and mingling and chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got that girl right there. You gonna be done talked about 3 and done got rejected. Nah. I got a boyfriend. I ain't talking. I'm just sitting there chilling, cooling. You know what I'm saying? Then by that time to make a move. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I done let them get a little liquor in them. You know what I'm saying? Let them feel the vibe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Of the club, the rhythm of the night. And then boom, everybody's ready to talk and mingle and jingle. But see, y'all ready to move. Y'all ready to come in. Y'all ready to come in. Y'all too hot. Y'all coming in too hot. You're too hot in the ass. You know what I'm saying? You ready to move. Sit down. Look at the board. Watch the board.
I think
It's
that's gonna
gonna
come
fall.
down to. It depends.
Yeah.
My whole thing. Okay, so to in that latest Tinkaton mock you had, I know it has us getting Jalen Walker, which I told Q this before. If you can get Jalen Walker at 8, you can probably still trade back to somewhere in the teens and either get Mike Green or Donovan from Boston College and still get the same amount of value as you were as a Jalen Walker at 8
Mm-hmm.
with more picks, with maybe more earlier picks. My key is we need an early second round pick. 57 is too late. Like you said, there's only maybe 3 to 4 elite players, but it's a lot of good players in this draft. And like Dan said yesterday, you have to find where that drop off in talent is because there's no need in having all these late round picks when the talent is not even worth it and they're going to be cut before after training camp. So I'd
So
rather move.
does it make any sense for me to come into the draft with 9 picks and leave with 6? That don't
It
make no
depends.
sense.
It depends on what you
That's
do.
bad math.
It depends. It all depends. If you move some of those picks to trade up into maybe the third or fourth round, and you get some players that can be potential starters down the line, then you may have to move off some of those picks. It really just depends on what you're trying to do. Because
I don't
four
know.
through seven guys are developmental pieces. We can all admit that. Rounds 4 through 7 are developmental pieces. And in the Carolina Panthers history, we have always missed on guys 4 through 7. I think the last guy that we may have drafted 4 through 7 that was decent was Cade Mays.
But Omar, in this draft, a fourth rounder is a damn good starter around here.
It depends, and
In this
that's why it
draft,
depends on the board. It depends where that drop off is at for you, Q. Depending on your
no, no,
board, where's the
it
drop
don't
off? No,
depend
where's the
because
drop off in talent?
let
Where
me
is
tell you something, Omar.
the talent has to
We
drop off
if
somewhere?
I'm
you get your head
before you
out
say
that
that.
damn offensive room, you can find and fuck around and build your team the right way. But y'all niggas is
Before you,
hell bent
uh-huh. There you go.
on getting that
There you go.
goddamn receiver and fixing this offense. So
No,
that's what's
no,
gonna
not
fuck
even.
this whole goddamn thing up.
Nah. So go. You gonna be
Use a
mad, Q, when they
Kevin
trade? Yeah,
McMillan type of
Ted
nigga the other
Ted at
day.
8, Ted at 8, or trade back. Anything but Jalen Walker. I'm good. Anything but
Well,
Jalen
listen.
Walker at 8.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You just asked the question. You said, Omar, you said, where is the drop off?
Yes.
That's a good question. That's a great question. Where is the drop off? Okay, I was doing one day, man. I catch myself. I be up at night sometime, man, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just pop up and I start looking at shit, whatever. Right? They had big boy from Florida. What's his name? Watson,
Watson. Yeah.
Desmond Watson. Yeah, okay. Um, I said, damn. I believe I told you this too, Q. I was talking to some damn body. And I
Yeah,
said,
you
okay,
told me
that
about
boy
it.
400 and some odd pounds. You get that boy down, which is doable, the 385. And I seen that big 6'5" motherfucker, man, ragdolling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? 6'5", 400 some pounds. Not talking about his weight though, but they got him coming out the big board like in the 5th or 6th round because of his weight. I take a chance if that's a drop off. Omar, if that's a fucking drop off for the defensive line, I'll take it.
True, but
Do you
once again,
understand what I'm saying?
but I understand, but you're working once again. Your goal with him at that point is, yo, we have to take him in and we have to develop him to fit into our scheme. We have to get his weight in control. We have to do
Okay.
that. I'm just no, and that's fine. My thing is, you not drafting him in the 5th round and expecting him to start day one, correct? Like, no, that's not the goal with him. If we draft
No,
him,
no.
exactly, that's my thing. I'd rather have more opportunities at guys that I can know maybe be starters in a year or two than maybe guys we have to develop late. Yes, we need developmental guys. I'm not saying that we don't, but to your point with the we have 9 picks, but we only walk away with 6 players. I assume that means we did some trading up to get some higher talented
Trade up
players.
and you gave away 3 fucking picks.
Yeah, and you had
You
to
gave
give away
away
some
three
picks.
picks,
Yeah,
which could have been 2 developmental guys that you can keep around there for at least 2 to 3 years.
but and
What
then
what
here's my
fucking
argument
what
with
fucking
this:
bad is that doing? What
when
bad is that doing? What bad
when
is
you
that doing?
draft those guys, then they don't. When you draft a Kalen Barnes, a cornerback from Baylor that doesn't see the preseason, you draft a Michael Barrett who you end up trading, before even the start of the
But
season. So
you
you can draft them
already
late,
knew
guys.
them motherfuckers right there won't shit from the gate. You already
But
knew
there's
that.
no, we ain't gonna know that till this year. We don't. I don't trust this scouting staff. I
Damn
still
you!
don't
I'm
trust this
trying to.
scouting
Okay,
staff.
so you telling me this right here? Okay, you said Bonds, right?
Kalen
What would
Barnes.
you draft him? What would you draft him Bonds for? What would you draft him Bonds for?
We needed a corner. We needed corner depth at the time. It was just JC and Dante Jackson. So that's why they
But
drafted him.
I'm saying my question was, what would you draft? You would drafting him to if he developed into anything to be a backup,
Yeah.
never to be a starter,
Yeah.
never. When I'm telling you about Will Watson, I'm saying if I can get this out, one thing. I'm not talking about his play. The boy got to get off at 400 and some odd pounds. If I can get his weight right, if I can back him up from the table, I ain't talking about his get off, his strength, his natural born God given 6'5". I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about him ragged off. He gets behind the line at 460 pounds.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm
No,
saying?
and I like watching. I
If
just
I can
think,
get his weight down,
yeah.
he's a starter.
like I said, it really comes down to how this front office, what they view for their schemes. Because I think there's a good possibility they trade back from 8 into the middle of the teens, and they may go to Barron Corner from Texas. You know what I'm saying? I think with them trading back, I think Dan wants to trade back as well to let that board fall for him, so he feel like he ain't reach on nobody. I think he don't want to reach on anybody this year. And so I think that's the reason you possibly trade back. You let the board fall to you. And if a Matthew Golden is there sitting for you at 16, you take him. If
Right.
if an edge is still there at 16, you take him. Just
He
depending on your board.
he waited a good goddamn time to worry about reaching in this motherfucker because he reached what was it last year?
Last
He
on
reached
XL
early
and
in the
Brooks, he reached on XL and
Y'all,
Brooks
y'all,
last year.
Oh,
y'all
okay.
see all them trades
Okay.
around the board,
All
all
right.
them trades around the board, and then make a dumbass pick. All them trades around the board, trade around the board, then make a dumbass pick. You see what I'm saying? So y'all let this motherfucker trade if you want to. Let him trade 12 spaces the fuck down to 20.
Yeah, that's some dumb
Let him
shit.
do that shit.
That's some dumb shit right there. Like I need a future first and second. If I'm trading all the way back to
He ain't gonna
20,
get it. He won't get it.
you ain't getting this
One
pick then,
thing,
Pitt.
one
You ain't
thing,
getting this
one
pick
thing,
then.
one thing about it, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't do shit like that. They don't even do shit like that. They don't work like that. They don't. They'll fuck around and go get Jackson Dart. They'll let Jackson Dart fall to them, just like they did Kenny Pickett's ass.
No, that's true. That's true. And then that's when you got to look at. That's why I think your picks, your teams is probably 12 through 18. The Cowboys, if they want to trade up and get Tech before somebody, if the Colts want to trade up for Tyler Warren at 14, I think those are the teams that I've really been looking at. I'm thinking you trade back into the middle of the teams, and then at that point, you just draft. There's a chance that Jalen Walker's still there at 14, 13, depending on how far you go back. And I'll be fine with that because you
I
got who you
might,
wanted at 8, and you got some extra picks.
I might see somebody like the Cowboys trying to make a move to get Austin Genty or something
True.
like that. But I don't see nobody else making no move, bro. To tell you the truth, because it's gonna fall to them.
It
That's
depends.
what y'all got to
It
understand.
depends on the
That
runs,
boy
though.
gonna
Go. I
fall.
feel you. Yeah, it depends on the runs, though. That's what gets teams to trade up. Like last year, there was a quarterback run, so teams started trading up. That's why I mentioned the
Yeah,
tackles. If those first two tackles go in the top 6 or so, and say Cardinals, they really want Josh Simons, who's the third best tackle. There's a good chance he's not falling to you at 16, and so you
but
go and make
okay,
that call to see what you can move up for.
Omar, just like you just said. Okay, what did they say? Denver. Sean Payton says he goes to Oregon over there. How many times they say Q? He said Bo Nix threw what about 5 balls, 3, 4, 5 balls, and Sean said that's
Yeah,
enough.
that's enough. He need to
He
see no
already
damn more.
he needs to see no more, right? See, it's teams that got that. It's called having your shit together. It's teams and coaches that actually have their shit together, and they already know what the fuck they getting ready to do. So therefore, it don't take them all day, all year. You know what I'm saying? To make a decision. They already know what they're gonna do, and damn sure know what they're gonna do by this week here. It's a week to the draft. Damn near a week. They already know what they getting ready to do. Especially the ones in the top 5. No doubt about it. They know how this boy gonna fall. Dan Morgan talking about he got to look and see, and he said it out his mouth. What the other 7 do? That's what's gonna sit to him. So which one of them guys is gonna be sitting there if the boys shake up, like y'all say, that they gonna end up getting? If Shador falls to us, do you think we gonna pick Shador? Hell no. Because we sitting here thinking Bryce is the safety. So you can map that out. So Shador don't even matter. If Shador falls, maybe if Mason Graham falls, if Abdul falls, maybe. They going for a fucking receiver or a trade back.
No, go. They're not going to receive.
Okay.
No, they're
Let me
not
get
going
your
for.
logic on it. Let me get your logic on it.
Well, what about what Morgan said yesterday?
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I do know, and I was proud to hear him say, we ain't taking nobody that ain't have no college production.
so we can X Smart Stewart off the list. Thank God, and probably Michael Williams. Thank God. But I think we're gonna go with where the consensus already think we're going. I think they want Jalen Walker. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. I mean, if Mason Graham falls, I think they'll take him. But I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's
Hey,
gonna be
D'Angelo, you got
Jalen
your
Walker.
regular head. You got your regular headset on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should a little muddy.
So,
It sound a little
Oh,
yeah,
bad.
it,
something distorted. Yeah, it ain't like you regular be.
it ain't. But it sound terrible.
Sound like you
I can hear the
outside of the
background
wind.
noise. Yeah,
Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me see. I think I know what's wrong. What about now?
I
yeah,
don't
you're
know
a
what
little
you
better
did,
right
but it
now.
sound clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was the damn AC vents blowing in the damn mic. Okay.
Okay. There you go.
That's a good
You know
Yeah.
goddamn
I'm
mic,
loud.
boy.
Say what?
That bitch pick up the AC. God damn.
You ain't lying, goddamn. Hey, that's that blue tiger, boy. That's that blue tiger. But
God damn.
but what did y'all hear what I said though?
No, but hold up
You
before you say it.
said
The
it
real
ain't gonna be
the real
Mikael
HH.
Williams. I heard that shot you just took. But guess who it
You
ain't gonna
heard
be?
it.
It ain't
It
gonna
ain't
be
gonna be.
that punk ass Mike Green neither. So you
It,
can go ahead
it
and
ain't
take
gonna.
that
It
shit
ain't.
to the
Yeah, you
bank.
right. You're right. It ain't gonna be Mike Green. It ain't gonna be. But I don't care as long as it ain't Shamar Stewart. I wouldn't even be mad with. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna be. Let me not say be mad because I'd be upset if we were to take Michael Williams. But I would not as mad as I would be. We took Shamar Stewart, so we can X
But
that out. I know we ain't taking him. Get his ass
why
up
would
out
you
of here.
be upset? Mikael
Well,
Williams
y'all
ain't
boys,
no damn slouch.
y'all boys, hold
I,
on.
I
The real
but
HHNT with the $2 super chat says, I'm okay with leaving with 7 players. So, real HH, you killing me today, boy. You really this is my homeboy now. Don't get me upset today. You killing me today. Cause I know it don't sound laugh when we got 9 motherfucking players. We got 9 damn players, and we leave with 7, or we leave with
we
6.
not. But you
We leave
go
with
go. You
3,
know we
and
not.
2 players
We
on the
not.
table.
We not using all nine of those draft picks. Go. You do
I
know that,
know
right?
that would be crazy as fuck, D'Angelo. And if you got two of them picks is in the 4th round.
I agree. I agree.
It's
I
two
agree.
talents.
I think.
Neither one of them
I don't think.
is the talent.
I think we should get
The
more. I
talent
think we should
that's in
trade
this
back.
draft.
That's why I think we should trade back. I'm hoping, and Dan kind of
Oh,
alluded to that as well yesterday too. I think he really want to trade back. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
basically
I
told
mean,
on himself.
you know why? You know that takes the heat off his monkey ass. You know what I'm saying? The
Like,
trade back
what you
takes the
mean?
heat off of him. Because it's saying like, damn, who is like y'all keep saying, who's worth 8? Who's worth 8? You see what I'm saying? Now if I take a trade back and I get an extra pick, see that takes the heat off him. Now, see, trading back, just like I told Omar, that's gonna take you out of the top 10. Y'all know that, right? Because you're not trading
But
with New Orleans, and you probably ain't trading 10. Chicago ain't trying to move up no 2 spots for nobody.
I can see,
You know what I'm saying?
I can see Dallas. I can see Dallas go, or
So
maybe
you out of the top
Pittsburgh.
10. You out of the top 10.
That
That takes
it
off.
don't matter. I'm gonna
You
tell
out
you
of
why. I'm gonna
the
tell
top
you why.
10 pick.
It don't even matter, go man. This draft. Here's the thing about this draft. From what I see, it ain't. It's not a lot of blue chip talent in this draft, but it's a lot of good talent.
How
It's a
you
lot of
know?
talent.
How you know?
We don't know. We don't know. You're right. I don't know. Oh, you're right. But from what I'm seeing, I don't see. It's only a few like franchise changing players from what I see right now. You're right. There could be some guys to pop once they get here, but right now, you know what I'm saying. Right now, it's not. It ain't like last year where it's super top heavy. It's a lot of talent. One through probably one through 50, 60. Damn near. I mean, not one through. I say after you get to the top 5 players from 5 to probably 60, they all about the same. You know what I'm saying? You damn near rolling dice. You damn near it's a crap shot with a lot of players. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why you want to have as many picks as possible in that second and third round, because that's where the fucking meat is. The meat is in the second and third round. You know what I'm saying? And you want to have as many
Okay.
picks as possible in that second and third round this year. That's just what
Look,
I think.
so you telling me I'm just looking at the defensive line big board. Defensive line big board. Now y'all just hear what D'Angelo said. The top from the number 1 player is Abdul Carter. rated at 91.1. The number 10 player is Nick Scotton at 87.3. Q, what's a starter?
Starters are 75 and above.
Now, and then I said, now, did y'all listen to what I said? What did I tell y'all earlier? This is a motherfucking educational channel. A motherfucking educational channel. I just told you the number one player was rated at 91.1.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, Q,
yeah.
what's a starter? What's a starter, Q? What's a
A
starter?
75. That mean a 91 is damn near gonna be one of them perennial pro bowlers for you.
Good God.
Perennial.
But D'Angelo said there ain't no blue chipper. There ain't no
I
blue
didn't
Shit.
say
chipper.
that, Go. I didn't say
Oh
it won't no blue.
shit.
Look
I
at
didn't say.
your black ass
I didn't
said
say
there
that,
ain't
Go.
no
A
blue
I
chipper.
didn't say
bullshit.
that, Go.
You
I
just
A
didn't
said
say it
there
won't
ain't
no
no blue
blue
bullshit.
chipper.
chips. I said it won't a lot of
Bullshit.
blue chips.
What this
It
nigga
ain't
talking
even.
about?
Ain't no blue.
It's not. I
Okay,
said it's about five blue
okay,
chippers in this
okay,
draft.
okay.
It's about
You
Okay.
gotta
five blue
stop.
chippers in this
You
draft.
got to
Q,
stop
what's a
it. You
starter?
got to
What's a
stop it.
starter again? What's a
What?
starter? What
What
is
That
a
is
don't mean
starter, Q?
what
what.
is nigga
All
talking
What's a
about?
stars
starter?
not blue chippers.
What,
All stars not blue chippers.
Motherfucker,
What are we talking about
what
here?
is nigga talking about?
number 10 nigga is rated at 87.3.
But
And
I'm
that's
just telling you.
and that's
Listen
the
to what
crazy
I'm telling
thing.
you.
You
That
can
don't
name
make you
McHale, you can
87
name
not a blue
Walter
chipper.
Nolan, you can
Them
name
not blue
Grant, you can
chippers.
name
I said
any
number
one of them
10.
motherfuckers. Any one of them.
Y'all,
87s.
y'all misconstruing what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Get out your goddamn feelings, Go. You just got on vacation. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you that it's not talent in this draft. It's a lot of talent, but I'm saying it's a lot of talent on the even playing field. Is what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you there's not no talent. All I'm telling you is you don't have like last year. You don't have a goddamn Malik Neighbors. You don't have a motherfucking
One
Marvin
nigga.
Harrison Jr.
You talking about
You
one
don't
nigga.
have,
You talking about one.
huh?
Yeah, they more than
One.
one
One
nigga in
nigga.
this motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This pack full of motherfuckers.
I
One.
know
You talking
that.
about one
That's what
nigga.
I know that. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Oh, that's what I'm saying. I know that. All I'm telling you is there's not a lot of blue chip talent in this draft. It's not. It's not.
What
It's
you
a lot of
mean it's
talent,
Come
but
on,
not
come
blue
not?
on,
chip.
Q.
Y'all know
I
what
just
blue chips
told you
are?
from
Do y'all know what
91
blue
to
chips
80
are?
drop off. The 10th drop off.
If we
The
telling
10th
you
person is
perennial Pro Bowler, what the
87.
fuck else do you need?
Who you saying? Nick Scott, this a perennial overall? What you saying? You say he a
Ain't
real Nick
nobody say
perennial?
no
He's a
goddamn
hell
Nick
of a player.
scored.
He's
Who
a
the
hell
fuck
of a
called his
player.
name?
Yo, say Nick Scott.
No, I said Nick Scotton is the tenth defense. That's ends and tackles. He is rated at
He's a solid starter.
87.3.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm not. That's a solid starter. I'm not denying that at all. Though that's what I'm saying.
I ain't
It's a
hold
lot
on.
of
If you
talent.
say
It's a lot of talent in this draft.
But
yeah,
if
but
Dan
hold
was
on, if
to
you
pick
talking
that
if you
nigga,
talking
you
about
would
you
be upset though.
No, I
You
wouldn't.
would
No,
be
I
upset.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you
I
would.
wouldn't be upset
Yeah,
at
you
Nick
would.
Scott. No, I wouldn't.
if you
No, I
You
wouldn't.
just said
No,
you
I
didn't want a
wouldn't.
nigga like Mikael Williams
listen,
and
listen,
Scott
listen,
You're
ain't no
listen,
better
right.
than Mikael Williams.
No, I think Scott better than Mikael Williams. I think Scott.
You
I
out your
think Scott to be a.
motherfucking mind, man.
I think so. I think
You
so.
out your
As a as
goddamn
a
mind.
as a as an edge rush, give me Nick Scott over Mikael Williams.
Stick to the
Yeah, I think.
corners, dog. Stick to the
Give
corners.
me.
hell,
Them
Yo,
edge
give,
rushers is not
you,
your forte.
you,
No, sir.
y'all,
No,
you like
sir.
Shamar, you like Shamar
No,
Stewart.
sir.
Anybody like Shamar Stewart? I got to
Who the
question
fuck
anything.
mention a
You,
goddamn Stewart?
you just said,
Shamar Stewart, Martha
you
Stewart,
said,
Stewart Little.
you said,
I
what
ain't
you go?
mentioned none of that shit.
all
You
he
asked
did
me,
was defend. He
what
just
did I
being a
dislike about
OG
Shamar Stewart?
defender.
Didn't you say that? Didn't you just ask me, what you don't like about Shamar Stewart?
Mikael Williams at 8. That's
Let
what
me
I
ask you a
said.
question. Let me ask you a question,
McKay
That's
Q.
Williams,
what I said.
Let me ask you a question, Q. I know you like Mikael
Hey, hey,
Williams,
hey,
but do
hey, hey,
you
Pop, before you do that, Pop, before you do that, read Flame for Jesus, Pop. Before you do
playing
that,
for G's
read
with
Flame
that
for Jesus.
$10? He said we have been missing every round but the first. We will see what happens with Dan this year. Do you all really trust Dan making the right choice? I honestly don't. Q, that shit ain't funny.
I don't. I don't.
I'm
I
like you
don't.
that CJ Hill. That nigga said get D'Angelo last word.
who said that?
CJ Hill.
Shout out to CJ Hill for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
God
Kiss
damn.
my ass, CJ. You kiss my ass, CJ.
Now, Q, I'm
Get
not.
that
I'm
nigga
Bruh,
not.
last
Flame for
words.
Jesus. Flame for Jesus is exactly right. You're exactly right, Flame for Jesus. They can't pick past the first round. They can't
And that's
do it.
true. We have
That's
not
true. Yeah,
seen
I
that.
agree. I
We have
agree with
not seen
that.
that. We
I
all
agree with
agree
that.
on that.
I
But
agree with that.
I'm not knocking Q for one of Mikael Williams, but I do have to ask him, do he worry about when it comes to Mikael Williams, when we talk about guys his size, where he played at, we talking about production, he only has 11% win rate. Why is that somebody that you honestly want to take at 8?
Right.
So the question
I, and
is how many times did they send him? See, D'Angelo ain't gonna tell you that. They didn't ask him to come out and do that every single snap. You know what I'm saying? When you got,
Because
like I
because
said,
they
when you
had.
got
Yep.
Jalen, when you got what's the nigga in the middle?
when
Smolden
you that
Jr.
guy,
When
when
you
you that guy, you do it regardless if they ask you or
they
not.
got
If
a
you when you
balanced
that guy,
defense, nigga. They got a
I don't
balanced
want to hear
defense
that
over
shit.
there.
I don't want to hear
Nasir
about no goddamn
Stackhouse,
solid defense.
Nasir
If you a dog,
Stackhouse,
you a
Now,
dog. I don't give
he
a
got
fuck
to
about no
stop
balanced
that
defense.
shit.
You
Stop
gonna see
that
that shit.
shit.
I ain't stopping the
Stop it.
goddamn thing. I want
Stop
to see
that shit.
results. I don't want
It's
no
a
bitch on my
balanced
team with 4
goddamn
motherfucking sacks in
defense.
3 motherfucking years. I don't want a motherfucker on my team, goddamn it, getting drafted in the first round that ain't have but 4 fucking sacks in 3 fucking years.
The
You
nigga
can
ain't
kiss
had four
my
fucking
ass
sacks.
for
The
that
nigga had
shit.
7
I'm talking
sacks.
about Jamal
Five
Stewart
and a
right now.
half sacks.
Hell,
The nigga
hell,
had five and
hell,
a half sacks, though.
he
You
only
don't
he
know
only had
that.
4 and a half sacks.
Once
He had
again,
4 and a half sacks.
he
He
was
had 40
not
sacks.
asked to do it. You cannot teach
Man,
6'5".
man,
You ain't. You can't teach
I've
that
seen a
shit.
lot of I've seen a lot of 6'5" motherfuckers beat scrubs. A lot of them. Goddamn, I don't give a fuck about that
Well,
bitch being
once
6'5".
again, I always say because when I bet you about the shit, you're always wrong. So how about this?
No,
Stand in the motherfucking corner.
well, I
Stand in
tell
the
you what, yeah,
motherfucking
no,
corner.
you
You
gonna
about
be
to
losing
pay
that money.
me. You
You
about to pay me
no
with that
no,
green. You
only
about to
I'm
pay
only gonna
me when
that's
Mikael
the only
Williams
one I'm
going
gonna lose.
before this nigga.
That's the only one I'm gonna lose.
My
Cause
new
Ted ain't
name to
going top
you is
10.
gonna be "What's
Ted
up,
ain't going
Q?
top 10
Pay
either.
me, Dub Q. Hand out.
I
D'Angelo is
told
what
you
I'm gonna start calling your black
I
ass.
told your
Hand
ass
out.
that Ted
Hey,
won't
hey,
go in
hey,
top 10
hey,
and Ted ain't going top
hey,
10.
check
Monkey
this.
ass
Check this
nigga,
out.
Okay.
handout is what I'm gonna start calling you.
Hey,
Handouts.
hey,
I
hold on.
told y'all Ted won't
Hey,
go in
hold
top
on,
10
hold
and
on,
his
hold
ass
on,
ain't going top 10.
The nigga going
It's
top
just
10.
like you just said.
No, he's
You
not.
got you got to understand though, D'Angelo. When you talking about Georgia, do you hear motherfuckers talking a bunch about Dawkins?
No, you don't.
Huh?
No.
Dawkins,
No.
Dawkins has over 70 some tackles this year and 8 fucking sacks. But do you hear motherfuckers talking about him?
No, you don't. Not
He's
like
on
talking
that
about no.
Georgia defense too. So he ain't a good
But that,
player.
yeah, he is. He is a good player. He is. I just me
That's what
personally,
you
it
just
ain't the
said.
fact. It ain't the fact that me not liking Michael Williams. I just think that's the type of player me. I'm taking in the second
This
round. I'm
this
not
nigga
taking
got
him in no
bias, man.
first round.
This nigga
I'm
got
not taking
hate,
him first
man.
round. I'm not.
This nigga got
I'm
hate in
not
his
taking
heart
him
for
first round.
Mikael Williams.
I
I don't
don't have
know.
hate.
Mikael Williams must be fuck
He's not a
somebody you
top 10
know.
pick.
He got
He's
to
not
fuck
a top 10
somebody you know,
pick.
because it ain't got to do
He
nothing
ain't.
with that
He
shit on the
ain't.
field he did.
Now he too young to be fucking my women. He too young. He too
He
young. He
got
too
to
young.
fuck somebody you know. He got to. You take this shit personal with this nigga, man. He done stick dick at somebody you know, goddamn it. What the fuck
No,
going on
no,
around here?
no. I'm just saying.
God
It ain't the
damn, he
fact.
must be touching a
It ain't the
spot he
fact that
can't get to.
I dislike my kid. I just think he's overrated. I mean, they got him rated too high. He ain't no top 10
How
pick.
the
He's
fuck
not.
is he overrated? Once again, when you got Nazir Stackhouse, when you got Smolden
What?
Jr., when you got goddamn Jalen Walker, when you look around, you got
Dawkins
5, 6 motherfuckers that's gonna be in the top three
on
top
the
3 rounds,
line.
dog,
On the
Hey,
line.
hey, hey,
on
On
the
the
line.
you're right.
fucking line.
That
That's true.
tells you there's a bunch of motherfuckers in that one area that's really, really good. You
That
don't
tells
need
you that
one nigga to stand out.
but that tells you too. You don't know who is truly good too. You know what I'm saying? So, some motherfuckers is hiding themselves in them goddamn defenses like that. Y'all them motherfuckers ain't goddamn good.
Okay,
They just a good. All of them ain't good. Now all of them ain't going.
okay.
All of them can't
So
go to the league and stand alone. Is what I'm saying.
when the lights came on, Mikael Williams' ass was right there balling, wasn't he? When you saw that nigga against Texas, what the fuck he
I
been
think I
doing?
think I
He was
think
in that
Michael is a
motherfucking backfield.
he's a great run defender. I'm not taking that away from him. But as for what we need
He
as
was.
I tell
rushers,
y'all
Question.
motherfuckers every
Against
time. Every
Texas,
day I
against
get on here and
Oregon
tell
and them
y'all
boy,
motherfuckers about
what the
Mason
fuck you
Graham.
saw?
About Mason Graham. Was Mason Graham hiding? behind Kenneth Grant.
Huh?
I tell y'all that all the
Huh?
time.
Huh?
I
I
agree
ain't hear
with you on
shit
that
on
one,
that.
Go. But don't
Yeah,
nobody
But
talk about
nobody don't
Kenneth
say
Grant.
shit about that.
right. No,
Nobody
you're
talk
right.
about
You're
Kenneth
right.
Grant.
You're
But
Nobody
right.
don't
I
say
You're
agree
right.
shit
with
You're
you
right.
about
on that.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You're right. Go. You're right.
No, you got 5 motherfuckers on on that Georgia defensive line that can get the fuck off at any time. Anytime. Everybody can't get to the goddamn ball.
Well, I do got another question because you said a
So y'all
starter
can't
starts
keep
at
looking at
75
stats
that
and
and
up.
that
shit.
that elite motherfucker get to the ball. Look, when goddamn Will Anderson was at Alabama with all that goddamn talent at Alabama, he still got to the ball with all them motherfuckers. If you that motherfucker, you getting to the ball. I
Yeah,
don't
he
give a
had
fuck.
15
I don't
sacks
give a
though.
fuck how
Will
many
had
dogs
15
Boy,
say.
I
sacks
tell
with
you, this
Alabama.
nigga here.
Come on,
I'm
This
just
man.
nigga
telling you.
something else.
I'm
What,
just
what,
telling you, the cream gonna rise to the top. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn all this talent on. No, fuck
No,
that shit. No,
what
I don't give
happened
a
to the
fuck that
Go.
last
talk.
edge rusher you talked about with the fucking Panthers? Where that nigga at? The nigga that you claimed
Who?
that wasn't gonna get cut. Where his monkey ass at? Where he at?
Who? Who you talking
Who
about?
fucking what? What you mean? The nigga you were talking about, you bet me during the preseason wasn't gonna get cut.
I forgot.
Where
Who
that
was that?
nigga at? He should be getting
Who,
double-digit sacks. According
who
to
you
you,
talking about? God damn it. Who you talking about?
you don't even remember the nigga name. You bet me
I,
again.
I, I can't remember. God damn it. So that was last year. Who the hell it was? If he
Oh,
got
not
cut out,
last year.
I
Nah,
can't remember who
since you
it
know so
was.
much of
Tell,
the
tell
edge
me who it
rush,
was.
I promise you, this nigga gonna make the team and he gonna get good sacks. Where he at?
I'm
Where
trying
he
to
at?
think. God damn, who that was? Q? Who that was? You gotta refresh my memory. Who was?
The
I'm getting
nigga
old.
name is irrelevant. That's just how bad he was. You bet me the nigga and you don't even remember his ass.
I'm getting old. Q. God damn it. That ain't my brain ain't young as yours. God damn it. Who you talking about?
Oh, oh man, I can't remember the nigga name now. I just remember the nigga
You
name.
don't even remember the motherfucking name. I remember that, but I can't remember the motherfucking name.
He should be the nigga getting you double-digit sacks.
I,
That
I, I
edge
remember that,
rusher.
but I just don't remember the motherfucking name. I do remember that. I can't remember the motherfucking name. I don't remember who the fuck it was, but I do remember that shit though.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My man said CJ Hill said y'all was the same nigga saying Jalen Carter wasn't gonna be shit because he only had 3 sacks. Look at y'all
I never said
motherfuckers.
that. I never
Call him
said
out,
that.
CJ
I
I
Hill.
never
that
said
that I
that.
don't I don't
No,
I ain't never
all
heard
Call
I
him
nobody
did,
out.
over here say
I
that.
never said
I
Ain't
never
Jalen
nobody in
said
here
Jalen
say
that
Carter
that.
either.
popped.
Niggas didn't
I
want
never
Jalen
Jalen
said
Jalen
Carter.
that
Carter
either.
popped.
I never
Jalen
Come
said
on,
Carter
Wolf. Give
I
me
popped on the
never
Bryce.
screen.
said I
Give me
actually
No, no,
Bryce.
said
no,
that.
hell
I
no.
don't remember
Give
nobody
me
saying
That's
that.
what I
Bryce.
Yeah,
said.
I don't know who
I'll
said
take
that shit. But
Bryce.
Jalen Carter popped
At
on
the
the
bottom
screen. He
left,
popped.
curl up for
I know it
Bryce.
damn well.
I'll take Bryce. Give me Bryce.
I know I said
Bryce.
what you said
Rice.
then.
I know you know
I
damn well I ain't say that damn shit. I might have said give me
I'll take
CJ, but I
CJ.
damn sure ain't say give me Bryce. I might have said give me CJ, but you know damn well I ain't say give me Bryce.
Don't make
So
no
I agree.
damn
Flame,
sense. We
Flame,
around
I
here
agree.
with all
Flame
this scrape
participated
up.
with a $5 super chat. We appreciate you, Flame boy. Flame, you is a friend of the show, a partner of the show. We appreciate you. Flame says, Dan said he wasn't drafting hurt players last year. He did so.
Yeah, you right.
Y'all
Well,
didn't
God damn it.
believe
Hey,
anything he said. How in the
you
hell
right.
can you believe
He
anything
love
this
Dan now.
motherfucker said? When Dan
You right
Mullen
about that.
say, you don't draft hurt players, he said that threw Scott Fitter under the bus and backed up over his ass. And then the next thing he do is go draft a hurt player.
But
He damn sure
Write
did
about
that.
that shit, man.
go. You know
You
why?
right, Flame?
You know why he said that, right? Because in that
What?
interview, they were trying to son Dan. It's like they were trying to make Dan Morgan look like he was Scott Fitter's protege. And he's like, hold on, I've been scouting, I've been doing this, so that's why he's doing money the bus.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
you right.
well, the
You right,
thing
Pop.
is,
Yeah.
but the thing is though, Pop, you go do the same shit. Like we told them motherfucker, Dan was sitting right there with Scott. What the same 2 years that Scott was here, Dan was fucking
No, he
missing.
wasn't. Go. Don't you dare put
I,
Dan Morgan in
I
this
don't
chair
want to hear it.
beside that nigga. Don't
I
you dare.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Bullshit.
What you say
Or
was
rickety
exactly
rackety
motherfucker
bullshit.
say. Yes, he was right there with him.
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
And
What you
then,
saw was the
yes, he
spirit
was.
of Dan. You did not see Dan ass over there
My
sitting
God.
by that motherfucker. No, you
My
didn't.
God. Now we
You saw
seeing
his
spirits.
spirit.
We seeing ghosts. We seeing ghosts
Yeah,
out this mother. Now,
yeah.
I
Saw his black ass spirit. You didn't see that nigga sitting by.
Well, I do agree
Lord
with
have mercy.
D'Angelo.
What's
Dan
that,
Morgan
Pop?
has already Dan Morgan's already told y'all what he gonna do. He
He,
is
he, he, yes.
he is opened up the safe. You know exactly how much he got sitting in there and everything. Because the key word that he said yesterday in his interview, if we get stuck, he
Yep.
wants to trade
Yep.
back.
He want to
So
trade
you
back.
got
So okay,
Exactly. Yep.
okay, Pop. How do you get stuck, Pop? How do you get stuck?
you get stuck when you don't
What
have no
sticks you?
trade. Well, when you don't have no trade partners, and the only way you would say stuck is because you want to get out of that spot.
And y'all
Ain't
heard him.
nobody
Right.
gonna nobody gonna have me
Right.
stuck and can't make me move because you're a grown man. If you want to move, you're gonna move. But in this scenario, he's saying if we get stuck. Now if we break that down, that means you have no possibility of getting out of the situation. You blocked in.
But
You in a
what
cage,
I'm
no
saying, I didn't
entrance,
hear it
no
because
out.
You
I
say
started
what, go?
breaking up. I believe I got a bad connection.
Oh. Oh,
I
okay.
didn't hear what Pop said because I'm saying what I want to know is, do we get stuck? Say, are we being proactive? Are we being reactionary to the board? Are we being proactive to the board? Are we attacking the board? Are we waiting to see what other motherfuckers are gonna do when we know
Well,
what
here's
we
the
need?
thing. Well, here what I think is like I said before, man. A lot of these guys are on the same about. You can get. I think honestly, I think you can get if you're gonna move. If you're gonna play Jalen Walker at edge rusher, you can get that shit from Donovan Araku. However you pronounce this guy, is Araku. You can
So
get that
you don't want
same
Mikael Williams, but you could go get a lesser nigga. Let me
Yeah,
understand your
lesser nigga.
logic on getting a
Who?
lesser nigga later on.
Who is lesser? You telling
That
me my
same
kid
nigga you calling.
Donovan Araku
Donovan?
not Lester. He got
Are
16
you
sacks,
crazy?
21,
Right.
The
What?
nigga
21
No,
lesser.
you
tackles for
crazy.
losses,
The nigga
What you
lesser.
talking about?
54
No,
Nigga,
forced
hell no.
his
fumbles.
ceiling is no
No,
way
no.
next the same the
Oh,
Give me
same
come
Donovan
ceiling.
on
all
now.
day. Give me Donovan all day. You tripping?
Q. That's like
Yeah,
that. I'm not
y'all
saying
niggas done sip that
Q,
happy
Q,
juice today.
Q. Hold on, man. The man balled out, bro. We talking about production, you know, and we haven't had a guy from Boston College, period, since Luke Kuechly.
Just Luke.
Can
Yep.
you imagine? Can you imagine if he got underneath Luke Kuechly's wing, what else he could learn to do? The man is super intelligent. I mean, bro, the man is nice. I ain't saying we gotta take him at 8. I'm not saying we gotta
Yeah.
take him at
Right.
8, but
Right.
I'm not
Right.
knocking him, saying
Mm.
he's lesser than. Where can you say that at? He has the
Because that's
size, the
yeah. I
speed,
don't know where you get that. Q
and
just
a
Q
pass
just love.
rusher.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because Q got affinity for Power Five for motherfuckers Georgias the motherfucking Alabamas. If you put an Alabama Georgia jersey on, Q gonna love you. Q gonna take your tears for you. Q
Let me
take
ask
your
you a
titties for you
question.
if you want to. If you want to win the
Master
blue
Scout,
bloods, Q gonna shake his
Master
titties for
Scout.
you.
Tell me one thing that this nigga do so good. Since you agreeing with this black ass nigga over here, tell me something he do good.
He's a great. He can goddamn rush the quarterback. What the fuck we need?
I appreciate you, you nigga, but I meant the other nigga.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Since
shit.
he won't put that 2 cent in.
D'Angelo just answered it for me.
No,
Yeah,
no. You
get
was
to
right
the
there,
quarterback.
amen, and hit black ass. Oh, come on, what you got?
Come on, Q.
What you
I just
got?
told you,
Since
16 sacks,
since you want to
21.
worship the
Hold
ground,
on,
the nigga walk
I'm
on. Go
answering. I ain't
ahead.
say worship, but you said lesser than. That's kind of bad to say. I gave you 16 sacks, 21 tackles for losses, 54 single touch tackles. You telling me we can't use that, and that's not what we need on this team?
So one nigga is rated 32 and one nigga rated 12. And you telling me, now do the motherfucking math. 1 + 1 equals what?
Q
22.
Please
Q
tell me.
Q. What Q?
No.
What
If
did
you go, we're talking about general overall rating and value of the
I don't
player
give a
and where
fuck
you
about
take
a
them.
rating. Q,
You
don't you got
see? You see?
balls?
Q,
You didn't give
Q,
a fuck
Q,
about
Don't you got
scouting. Now
Q,
you give
balls?
a
Q,
fuck
Q.
about player.
Okay,
You don't give a fuck
Q,
about the rate now. Here we
Q.
go with
Now,
this
You got
dumbass shit
balls, don't
again.
you?
Here we
Q.
go.
Hold on, D'Angelo. I got you. What was Luvu ranking? But did he
He
Right.
not
used to
still?
nigga
Did he
went
not come?
undrafted.
Hold
I
on.
mean, come
Did
on,
he
stop
not?
that
Did he?
shit, Pop.
Thank you. He went
The nigga took his
undrafted,
up. Okay, fine.
and we
You want
raised
to
and
go
we
ahead and
raised
draft a
that
whole
pup.
team full of undrafted niggas then, since
Did I
that's the
say do
way
the
you
whole
want to do it.
team?
Here we go with this
Did I
stupid
say do
shit.
the whole
Here we
team?
go.
But you don't like the production the man that did. You don't like the production. Tell me you lying.
Okay,
17
Pop.
sacks. Oh, here we go.
What y'all saying is this. Now you can find a guy in the HBCU that can be productive. It's throughout history. We got HBCU players with gold jackets. You know what I'm saying? But how many? You not gonna draft a whole goddamn team full of eight Jackson States and damn North Carolina Centrals and A&Ts? You're not
You're
gonna
right.
do
You're
that.
right. But
You're
I'm
not
going
gonna
off. I'm
go.
going off.
You
I'm
ain't
going
gonna
off the premise.
over
If
that.
go. I'm going off the premise if he moves back and picks up the Donovan Ezeraku. As
Yeah,
far as
yeah, yeah,
production, he has that.
yeah.
I'm
Why
not
But
saying
move
that. Hey,
back
why would you
because
move back and
and,
pick
he
him
said
and
he
up
get the
wants to move
when
motherfucking
back.
you got the
talent that's
other
battle
player in your
tested?
face?
Okay, stay
Yes.
right there. Stay right there. You know why he should move back? Because he's bad at drafting. He needs as many shots as he can get to try to get some
Okay.
productive
Not not
players.
not only hold on, hold on. Not only that,
That's your
you know
problem.
why he moved
That's your
back?
problem
Because
right
if
there.
he moved
That's
back,
your problem.
go. If he moved back, he can get another pick in the second round. You can get another second
But
round
y'all
pick.
niggas
Why
just
not
said
move
y'all
You
back?
good
being
with
long
seven
eyed,
players.
nigga.
Y'all,
You
y'all,
being
What?
y'all
long
niggas just
eyed.
said y'all good with seven players. Y'all, so if he move back, you getting ready to waste a whole nother pick
See,
again. That ain't nothing
They
but
see
gonna
what
have
I
to
wasting
get
your
rid of
time.
picks to get in the second round. Come on,
Yes.
nigga. What
no
the fuck you
no
talking about?
how? How you gonna have to get if you trade back? You can get a second round pick. What
These
you mean you
niggas
got to get
here
rid of?
are not intelligent enough to trade back and successfully not give up some kind of
Thank
landscape.
you.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
nigga. You know what we saying?
But if we was to move back to 20, say if we was to move back with Pittsburgh, do you know the motherfucking haul we could get if we move back with
Okay.
Pittsburgh?
Okay. Tell me the last time Pittsburgh traded up, D'Angelo. Tell me the last motherfucking time Pittsburgh traded up. To get who?
Uh,
Kenny
uh,
Pickett.
yeah, Kenny Pickett, right? They traded up to get Kenny Pickett.
They didn't trade up to get Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
Kenny Pickett
yeah,
They
they
came
did.
traded.
in.
Yeah, they did.
They
They traded
traded
up to
up.
get Kenny Pickett. Yeah, they traded up to get Kenny Pickett. Yeah, they did. They
They were
traded up to get
lower.
Kenny
They
Pickett.
were in the lower, and they took him 20. I think they took him 20 overall
Yeah,
because they were
yeah, they traded.
they jumped up a couple
Somebody,
spots to get him.
Yeah, they
somebody look
jumped up.
that up
They
for
jumped
me.
up to get Kenny Pickett.
Somebody look.
They
I
did. They
thought
traded up to get Kenny Pickett. Go.
Pickett fell to them.
No,
I
no, they
swear I
traded
thought
up. They
Kenny
did. They
Pickett
traded.
fell to them.
They traded up to get to him.
They,
They traded up to
they
get him.
didn't trade up, but they didn't trade up no 12 spot. Pittsburgh
No,
did
they ain't
not
trade up
It
no
trade
don't
up.
damn
matter.
12 spot.
They did trade the 12 spots, but they traded up though. They traded up.
Listen what I'm telling you. Listen
I'm
what I'm
not
telling
saying that they gonna do that, but that's a possibility. If they want Shador, they gonna have to. They could
They're
possibly
going to
come
jump in
up
front
and,
of the
trade
Saints.
with us. Right. If they want Shador, they gonna have to jump in front of the Saints. So that's a possibility. And do you realize the harder we can get? We can get a first round pick next year as
you.
well, moving back that
This
many
what I'm telling you.
goddamn spots.
This is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all sitting there, that Mel Kiper hype and all that bullshit. Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers do not do business like that. If they traded up to get Kenny Pickett, they didn't trade up no more than maybe 2, 3 spots or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not trading up no 12 spots and giving up their number one next year. They not fucking doing that. Pittsburgh don't do business like that. I promise you they don't. They're not gonna do
Well,
that. They're not
they need a
doing that, y'all.
quarterback right now. Right now they hamstrung. Aaron Rod. They don't know what Aaron
They
Rodgers is
will.
gonna do.
Oh,
So goddamn it,
I
they need a
guarantee
quarterback
you.
right now.
I guarantee you
That's what.
they're going there with. They don't. They went into the other years from Mason Rudolph and this and that, and guess what? Still had a winning year. They will do it again. I promise you they will.
With who though?
They'll
They
go
don't got
back
a
in.
quarterback.
They'll get
Go.
one.
They don't have a
They'll get
quarterback.
one
Go.
in the second. They'll get one in the second round, or they will let it fall to them in the first. I'm telling you, they'll go with Doc or some motherfucking body. They'll let Doc or Melrose or some damn body fall to them before they give up 12 goddamn
But
spaces.
Dart.
First round
Shit,
pick.
it's rumors coming
Telling
out now. Dart might go before Shador. So ain't no that ain't no guarantee.
I'm just telling y'all, Pittsburgh don't do business like that. It won't be Pittsburgh. Y'all can get that Pittsburgh at 20 shit up. If anybody want to bet, let's do it.
I ain't betting. I'm
Well,
not
let's
betting
go.
it now.
Let's
I'm
go
not
back to
betting
your
that.
question though. Let's go back to your question. You asked, were they going to be reactionary or were they going to be aggressive as far as in this draft? And I think
Yeah, are they gonna
just
be
when you,
proactive or are they gonna be reactive?
I think you already know they're going to be reactionary. They're going to wait to see what other people do. Now their lines are going
So
to stay open because I do believe just off of just listening to what Dan Morgan, he talked too much. He said way
Yeah,
too much in that
yeah.
interview.
He do.
He gave up
He
his
can't
whole
play.
strategy.
He ain't got a poker hand to save his goddamn life.
He
That
wants
goddamn
somebody to come
damn boy.
up. He wants somebody to come up and give him something so he can move back because I'm
And I would agree. He wants to trade out. He wants
he
to
wants
trade
to
the fuck
trade
out.
out.
Me
They are
listening to
not
that thing yesterday, he wants to trade the fuck out.
they are not in
Yeah,
love with anybody in the top 10. I'm sorry, folks.
So
That's just
with
how I
with
feel.
he
That's my
not.
knowing that,
opinion.
Yeah,
with
that's
knowing
what I
that,
took from it too.
with
He ain't in
knowing
love
that,
with none of them top
knowing
10
that,
players. I'll tell you that right now.
anybody else saying that. So right now, if you had to deal with him, Pop, if you had to deal with him, and you knowing what you knowing, and you looking at what you looking at, is you gonna get this motherfucker anything, knowing that he wants to trade the fuck out?
Yeah, he killed his leverage though. He did.
Well,
You supposed
Okay,
to.
it
He was
it
supposed to act like goddamn that they were sold. You know what I'm saying? And they had a
they
player.
right.
were sold.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
in
And you was
love with
going
the
to pay to
motherfucker.
come
I'm
get
in
that.
love with
Yeah,
the
I'm
nigga.
in love with
Don't
the
even call
motherfucker.
me
That's what
that.
he was
That's
supposed
why
to
you
do.
know I'm in
Yeah,
love with somebody. Don't even call me.
that's what he was
Uh-uh.
supposed
If
to
you
do.
call me, I take your call, but I probably ain't gonna do
But
nothing.
yeah,
I
right.
take
But
your
I ain't
call.
probably ain't
You
gonna
can
do
call
nothing.
me,
Yep,
but I
yep.
probably ain't gonna do nothing.
That's what he was
I
supposed
talk
to
to
do.
you, but I probably ain't gonna do nothing. That's
And
what
that's
he
the
was supposed
Yeah,
to
problem.
do.
That's the
yeah.
problem
That's what he
because
was supposed to do.
they got the social media doing that. Oh, this quarterback here. What about Shador? They got the social media doing that, but he's not falling into place to play the game. See, like you always reference Game of Thrones, it's gonna be hard to put Dan Morgan in that seat because you don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to play the game. He needs some help. He really do. Because if we can read through what you
Bitch ain't got no
saying,
help.
it's obvious.
Bitch ain't got no help.
Right, right.
Did on my own once again. Ain't nobody coming to help that motherfucker. Who gonna help
Now,
him? Canali?
if nobody jump up, right? Nobody trade winner, you probably gonna get your Jalen
Pepper?
Walker. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If he don't move, we getting Jalen Walker. But I think
If
he
you don't
want to move.
move, we're gonna get Jalen Walker.
I think even if we move, we can possibly still get Jalen Walker. To be quite honest with you.
I don't know.
That's what I think. I think he want to move and still get Jalen Walker. The thing I think
I
right now, I don't think they think Jalen Walker is worth the eighth overall pick. So they would rather move a few spots back, get some picks, get some extra picks, and then take Jalen Walker. That's what I really think they want to do.
I don't think
Dude,
nobody gonna give y'all what you think they gonna give y'all for that number 8.
I don't think that he's smart enough to pull off an incredible swap as far as like an overhaul. But I think because he has his right hand man, he's not gonna let him fuck it up too bad if we're supposed to get some trade compensation. So I don't think we'll get used and
See,
abused fully. I think
there
we'll
it
still
is.
get some decent compensation.
Real HA said they didn't trade up for Pickett. He looked at it. I think Pickett fell to them, y'all.
He was a later pick, though. I don't think they traded up either. He was like in the 20s or
I don't
something.
think they traded up for
I
that
don't
nigga,
think
I
they
man.
thought
did either.
I thought they traded up for him. They
No,
didn't
they
trade up
didn't
for him. I
trade up
thought they
for him.
traded up.
He fell.
I don't
He
think they
fell to
did.
them. He
I
fell to
think they
them. I'm
traded
telling
up a
y'all.
spot too. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fact check it, but I'm gonna definitely go back and look it up.
MDJ, what's on your mind?
Oh, no, man. Hey, look, man, y'all was having a good discussion earlier about Ezaraku and Michael Williams. But just to touch on what they were saying about like being stuck, right? See, here go the thing, go. I know you don't like that player, but let's say the Carolina Panthers like that player. When they say stuck, they mean that they don't want to have to take that particular player at number 8 when you know you can get them fucking later. Instead of being stuck where it's like, well, this is the guy we want, so let's just take him here.
That's what I
Because
was just saying. That's what I was
if
just
they
saying,
take
MPJ.
Izaraku at 8, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Because he's not worthy of the number 8 pick. As opposed to Michael Williams, I mean, it's all potential. But if you take him at 8, ain't nobody gonna say a word. But if you take that play out of Boston College, you kind of reach for him. So you don't want to be stuck in reaching when you don't necessarily fucking have to. It ain't really about what you get back. You don't get back whatever the
Yeah,
hell you negotiate.
but see, y'all said me what I want to do. Now it ain't about it ain't. Let me tell again. It ain't about what I want to do. It's about me. I've been looking at these ignorant motherfuckers for the last 5, 6 years, right? Real heavy in this draft, especially this regime, the Dan Morgan Scott Fitter regime, the Dan Morgan regime, the David Tepper regime, right? Is what I'm talking about for the last 5 years. This is the same motherfuckers that last year moved up from 33 to 32, talking about a 5th-year option. And then y'all telling me now they just so savvy enough to drop out the top 10 because they saying, I want this player, but I'm not going to pick him at 8, but I'd rather pick him at 12.
But it ain't even
That's
about
what
being
y'all telling
savvy.
me now.
You gave a perfect example, Goat. Because let's be honest, they didn't move up because they wanted a 5th-year option. They moved up because they was like, man, this is a player we want. I hope they don't trade with somebody who take him at 32. And then we look
Nobody
stupid.
was
Now
taking
we
that
st-
nigga at no 32.
I
Nobody wasn't going to
understand
take that
that,
nigga
Goat,
at
but
thirty-two.
you can't think like that when you the one drafting the player. If you stuck on a player that you gonna fucking take, you're not gonna sit there and risk somebody else jumping up and taking
So
them, and you don't know who they're gonna
let me
trade
tell you.
with.
Let's get in. Let's jump in the time machine. Let's jump in the time machine. The nigga opted out of the trade at 16. Wanted to make the trade with Buffalo at 26 or 20 something right there. So from 28 or 26 on down, and you seen when you actually executed the trade at 32, that Buffalo was not gonna pick no Xavier Leggett. You knew that shit. You couldn't wait till tomorrow.
But go. You said I knew that. I felt like that. I didn't know that, but I did feel like what you saying is right, right? You also didn't think that San Francisco was going to take Ricky Pearsall, but they did. So you sitting in the damn draft room, you probably like, damn, what if somebody go up to number
Coach,
32 and fucking take Xavier again?
your coach out there and told it when they went in the green room. You knew we was gonna pick you. We told you and all this and that. So that was the guy who they were going the whole goddamn time. So y'all knew
Exactly. That
nobody was gonna pick Leggett. Y'all
you
knew they
don't you
weren't.
don't
If they felt
no,
so,
you don't know that. You
if
don't
they
know that.
felt that good about Leggett, they should have picked him at 16. Then they should have moved up with Seattle. Then if you
So
felt that much
you don't
about
think it would
Leggett,
have been stupid to trade up to 16 to get a nigga that you could get later? That's exactly what they tried not to do this year. Why would they move up to 16 to get
but
Leggett and ain't no
what
receivers
I'm
really came off the
saying,
board?
MDJ, what you saying is, if that's your guy, right? If that's your guy, and you feel that much about this guy, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, you sat there, you just said you didn't know such and such was gonna get pressed off. What does that have to do with us getting Leggett? Or you see at 26 or 28 that the board is moving and motherfuckers is getting wide receiver. Now here it is at 32, the last pick, you make a trade. You only got one more person in your way, which is Buffalo, who you made the trade with. Why'd you
No,
make that trade?
you don't just have Buffalo in the way. You have whoever Buffalo is going to trade with in your way. You don't know who the fuck they going to trade with. They could have traded with New England or somebody, and they could have took Leggett. You just don't know. I'm not saying that's what was going to happen, what I think was going to happen, but you don't know. That's why he really made that decision. And as far as us picking at 8, I feel like they know they want Jalen Walker, but any other team, no other team would probably take him at 8. So what he's saying is he don't want to be stuck just drafting who they want at 8 if it's not a worthy pick of.
That's MDJ. That's what I was saying right before you got on. I don't know if you heard me, but that's what I said. I think they want Jalen Walker, but I don't think they think he's worth the 8th overall pick. So they want to move back and get him because I think they move back, they still gonna get him.
I don't see it like y'all boys because I'm thinking like this right here, man. If I know I need a pair of basketball shoes to play basketball, and I got boots in my closet, I know good and goddamn well them is not working. Them boots, I'm not gonna go play ball in them boots. I know I need these shoes right here, right? I'm gonna get them motherfucking shoes whenever, however I can get them. Matter if it's at 8, if it's
But
at
but
1, or if it's whatever it's at.
but you don't care how much the shoes
That's
cost
my
though.
guy. If I
But you
know
don't
I
care how
need
much
them,
the
though,
shoes cost that you gonna go buy.
it don't matter what they cost if I know I need them. If them the ones that I want, that I feel that I can play ball in. If I feel I can dunk like Michael Jordan in a pair of Air Force One, you understand what I'm saying? I'm getting them goddamn ones.
But if you don't think you can get it for cheaper, you ain't gonna get it for cheaper. Or you can get them on
Not if
sale.
I got not if I
Get
got
Exactly.
room for if
That's the
I got
point,
room.
D'Angelo. That's
Okay,
my
so
exact point right there. You know that.
you gonna go from Fayetteville, D'Angelo, to Raleigh to go get the motherfuckers cheaper. Guess what you just did? You just wasted gas. You ain't saved no money.
Yeah, you're right about that. If I'm just getting 10% off, but if I can get 10% off, I'm gonna get 10% off. I ain't got to pay no tax on it.
Nah,
If I can get
that
10,
ain't true, D'Angelo. D'Angelo, nah. Tell him you gonna take that money you save and go get you some socks, nigga. That's what you gonna do. You gonna get you some socks in the second round. That's
right,
exactly what you
right.
gonna do.
Right. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
get me some Jordan socks and go with the motherfucker.
But yeah, but see that's the thing though, man. Y'all keep talking about positioning on the board versus position that we need. And if we keep looking at it like that, this we're gonna be right where the fuck we at all the time. CJ Hill, what's going on, buddy? CJ.
Well,
That's CJ. That ain't CJ Hill.
My bad. What's going on,
Oh,
y'all?
that's the armchair. That's the armchair. I thought that was CJ Hill when I just seen
What's
CJ.
going on, fellas?
the
Okay,
armchair
What's going
GM in
on?
the
What's going
building.
on?
okay. That's an
What's up
armchair
with it?
GM.
Yeah,
That's
man.
former CJ from former two Bryce in the stand, CJ.
You know what? I thought I was gonna lay that down, but it's okay. Go. Hey, is my audio too loud?
No, you
Nah,
good.
No,
you
you good.
good?
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
CJ, can I ask
It
you a
sounds good.
question before you go into your soliloquy?
Now, what's up?
What do you feel about Dan Morgan? Because I'm hearing a lot of wishy washy statements that he's saying. One minute he's saying we're taking the best player available, but then the next minute he's saying, if calls call, he'll take him. As far as moving back, and being stuck. How do you feel about that? What is he saying?
To be honest with you, I don't know what he's saying. In all, I just hope he takes whatever is best for the team. It could be them throwing up some kind of a smoke screen, trying to get somebody else to jump on somebody that they may not want to take. Maybe signaling to another team. I'm sorry, signaling. I couldn't get that out. To another team that maybe they want to be a trade partner, trade back, or or whatever. But I don't know. I agree with you. It's one day is one thing, and another day is something else. So,
And see, I have a problem with that because, in my full honesty about, that's why I'm saying I'm getting Dan Morgan 3 years. To
hmm
me, it's best to say less than to say more when it comes to these situations. If you just do BPA, they're gonna mess themselves up if they don't get the players that fit our scheme. You just getting somebody who's just available, who's what I'm saying, right
hmm
there, and try to fit them into the scheme instead of getting the right players that fit your scheme. Finally went and got a nose tackle about Bobby Brown. I'm not saying he's a superstar, this, that, and other, but he fits the scheme. You have to
he
do the
better than
same
Shy
thing.
Tuttle.
Yeah, better because Shot Tuttle's not a 3-4
Nigga, me or you
defensive
better than
lineman.
Shy Tuttle.
Let's go,
Hey,
Q.
y'all go out there. I give y'all 2 downs. Uh, for the whole game. For the whole game.
You're not saying a whole lot when you see y'all get me when y'all say that. You're not saying a fucking lot when you say that. That he's better than the shit that we got right here on the team right there. Like a
Now
shot top.
go now go for once. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. And for me, defensive interior nose tackle is still a spot that I think they should take a look at in the draft as well.
I'm with you. I'm 100%
Yeah.
with you. Because
hmm
if you say he better than this dude right here, okay. So now we got another rotational defensive tackle on contract for what, 2 years? You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit better than the one that we had that just helped them put 3,000 yards up on, you know what I'm saying? Anybody in the
Yeah.
league.
hmm
That's what we saying. So that's where we at now. That's what we doing.
Well, we at a point now where all we can do is speculate. We want to hope that Bobby Brown III will come in here and be, leaps and bounds ahead of Shy Tuttle, better than him
Mhm.
to the point where he can help the defense. But we don't know that until we see them on the field. All we can do is speculate right now. But like I said in the draft, if you get into a position where there's somebody there as far as that nose tackle spot that they can take, they should take him. And I agree with Pop. If the best player available is a player that fits in their scheme and they can make it work, by all means draft them. Don't just take the best player for the hell of it.
Cause me, I see the top three nose tackles that would be on the board when they get ready to pick is like you said, leaps and bounds better than what you started last
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
year. In
think
my
that's any
opinion,
position
like
on the team though.
yeah. And then some of those three techs, you know what I'm saying? When you gave Ashawn Robinson, I can't complain about him this year because he stepped up to the plate when the injuries came in. He was the guy that was there. He had a record breaking season for himself. You know what I'm saying? So he did what we asked him to do. Was he a world beater? No. Did he do a good job? Yes. So bring in Derek Brown and one of these rookies that we know can go in there and play
Mm-hmm.
ball. And now you just upgraded
Yeah.
the position across the line instead of just saying, well, he's better than what we had.
No, I agree. We'll get Ashawn
So
all
far,
county.
yeah, all county. He ain't
Yeah.
all where he
We'll
all
give all county.
okay. I agree, and I agree. We give him all county. I give him all county. You know what I'm saying? Because before, yeah, I give him all county. Fuck it, I'm done with it. Yeah, all county. We agree. Yeah, all county. I'm gonna leave it right there. Yeah, all county. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what I'm saying though, CJ, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
CJ, at 8, we done established that your GM says, I'm thinking now, one time I thought it was Tech McMillan. Now it's to me, it's still Tech McMillan or trade back. Now, where did and you might have already said it when you was talking earlier. How far would you want to go back? What's a comfortable drop back spot to you?
No lower than I think it's no lower than 15 with the Colts. I think the Colts had a 15th pick. That's probably as far back as I would go. And the only reason I say that is because Dallas, Miami, the Colts, 49ers, I think those are all like 11 through 15 or something like that. Their second round pick is in the 40s. Okay. I did a mock draft earlier today for a little competition. And who was it? Oh God, I traded back, but like I said, all those people in the 40s, but now we picked 57. And I know I've said
Hmm.
this on here before. I said this on my channel too. There's going to be a lot of talent that's going to go off the board between 8, and 57. I highly doubt we're going to be able to jump up anybody in the 30s without giving up, way more than we should. But just say if we can get somebody and put a good deal on the table where we can get up to in that range of 40 picks, we might be able to do something. But like I
Okay.
said, for me, probably around 15 or so, be the lowest I
Would
go.
you
But
okay? Would you say
hey,
that
CJ,
I'm address I'm
you say you did it for a competition, but let me ask you this: as far as you doing it though, you did it though, right? You say you did it in the mock draft, but you did it for a
Well,
purpose. Like you probably feel like we can get what we need at a later position though, right?
we can, because the thing is with Jalen Walker, okay, he can play off ball linebacker, he can play edge. My reservation is if Evero is going to be able to capitalize on his talents. That's my only reservation right now. You know what I mean? I
So you,
feel like
but when you say
You questioning
when you say
Evero as
that,
a coach?
when he say that though, Q, that's why I say when you talk about taking a player like Mikael Williams, who is potential. I mean, you can have all the
mhm,
potential in the world, but you got to get it out of him. Versus
there you
when they
go.
were talking about a player with production. But
well,
honestly,
come on,
like
y'all,
to
man.
what go? But
Are
go.
y'all
Come
serious?
on.
That's the temperature
You're gonna
around here. Go.
you're
You
gonna
can't
Are
tell
you're
me
y'all, are
gonna
nothing.
y'all
It's
blame
the
serious
temperature
right
Jalen
now?
you're
around here.
gonna blame Jalen Walker like Frankie Louvu. And don't say Frankie Louvu wasn't coached up to his potential or whatever. Frankie Louvu played like Frankie Louvu is Frankie Louvu. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's not like so Jalen, just like I said, the cream gonna rise to the top. D'Angelo just said that or whatever. So if he don't play like Frankie Louvu, is you saying you blaming that on Evero or you blaming that on Walker? Because you done seen Frankie play at the height at that position in this scheme. You
I
just seen
go.
Frankie Louvu had like 8, 9 sacks and whatever
Well,
he
Uh-huh.
had
go.
when he
You
played
know the
flat
Bryce
football.
guys are looking for a reason to blame Evero for something. So. It's
No,
okay.
it ain't got nothing to
Stop.
do. See that Q? You started this. You started on purpose. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Wait till Fan Fest come. Wait till Fan
Oh,
Fest
shut
come.
your
I'm
Bryce
gonna run
loving
you over in my
ass
work
up.
truck. Wait till Fan Fest come.
Shut your Bryce
But
loving
no.
ass up. You love this little motherfucker.
No, but what I'm saying is though, I think if we don't take Jalen Walker at number 8, it's not the end of the world. To me, okay, the biggest need for the Panthers, in my personal opinion, is somebody to come off that edge and be able to get pressure on the quarterback. If we don't
That's a
pick
fact.
Jalen Walker, it's not like he's the only one out there that can do that. Now, if he was the only one out there that can do that, okay, Jalen Walker all day long, but there are other options if they want to trade back. That's all I'm saying.
I just think depending how that boy fall, the best fit for the team ain't necessarily I don't want to say worthy, but ain't necessarily a number 8, a guy that would go at number 8, and they know that shit. Like I feel like
Mm,
they looking at like Mason Graham, Ted McMillan, um, motherfuckers
They
that's
ain't
gonna
looking
be
at
off
Tech.
the board is what we actually need. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm throwing a wide receiver because some people want a receiver. But at that point that we picking, it's gonna be a player available that's probably on their big board that ain't worthy of being drafted number 8. That's why I think everybody is cool and okay with trading back. It's just a temperature around here. I know
Yeah,
we don't fucking want it. We want the talent,
yeah,
but do you necessarily need it? Can you get the most out of that talent?
yeah. But I'm sorry. Let me
it's
tell you, I
still,
do not want a wide
it's
receiver in that first round.
it just
Yeah,
I
still
you
agree.
do.
Me
remains
neither.
Yeah, you
the
do.
worth of number
No,
8.
no, I
The
don't.
worth
Q,
of
shut up.
number 8. What is the worth of number 8? When you say that though, MDJ, what is worthy of number 8?
This is exactly what I mean, right? I'm gonna say this to you, go like Ted McMillan, right? I'm gonna say Ted McMillan. I think Ted McMillan is a good ass wide receiver. I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. But if he come
Fuck you,
here,
Mm-mm.
Ted.
you won't believe that. You won't think that. You'll think Luther Burden was better than him. But it's not because of him. It's because of us. It's the fit. The fit matters. So drafting him at 8, it wouldn't be
Why won't he
ideal
fit?
for us.
Why won't he
What,
fit
what you
here
trying
though?
to say
Why
about
won't
fit?
he fit?
But
Why?
because we don't
Now,
have
what
the
are you
best.
talking
We
about?
don't have offensive scheme, the quarterback, whatever you want to say it is. Whatever you want me to say it is.
No, no, no,
But
no,
it's
no.
not the
Don't,
best
don't,
fit.
don't pussyfoot
We run the
around and
ball.
shit. Come on
We
out and
run the
say
ball
what the
over
Yeah,
fuck
here.
it
yeah. Come on
is.
out
I'm
with it.
just saying
Come
we
on
run
out
the
with it.
ball over
Come
here.
on,
Come
Cletus.
We
on
run
out
the
with it.
ball
Come
over here.
on, nigga.
Yeah.
Whatever you want me to say, I say it. We run the ball around here.
I ain't
What you
want you
want
to
me to
say shit.
say?
Tell the truth.
Nah, don't talk
We
about no
gonna run the
wood right
ball,
there,
man.
Paul.
Tell the
Don't talk
truth,
about run
saying
no
the
wood
Nigga,
devil.
there,
what you
Paul.
want me to
Tell the
say?
Yeah.
goddamn truth.
We
Nah.
gonna run the ball,
Tell
man.
why
But
that wide
Come on,
receiver won't fit.
Cletus.
Tell why that wide receiver won't fit.
he ain't gonna fit because we run the ball, man. We got a good running back and a solid
There's
running
a
game.
lie being
That's
told
why.
somewhere. There's a lie being told somewhere.
Somewhere a lie is
But
being
but but
told.
but my only point
But
is
on screen, that's not a
it's
lie
not
right there,
necessarily the best fit.
Jermaine.
Oh, fuck
It's not the
all
best
y'all.
fit.
I gotta go back to Omar. Omar had the super chat. Omar had the super chat. Where is it
Oh,
at?
yeah, my bad. I'll put it back. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Omar
Omar with
said,
that super chat.
go
He
ahead, Jermaine.
said Frankie was good with Phil Snow, not Evero. Shout out to Evero, on the go, stop and go. I don't give a goddamn what y'all want to call this nigga, man. The nigga gets results. He just don't get enough players in the damn system. These niggas around here is ridiculous, man.
Y'all
They don't
something
want
else.
this nigga to
You
be
saying
successful for
result?
nothing. Huh?
I ain't blaming no ever.
That
I have not
that
blamed
that ain't
Evero
true,
for
Q.
these bubblegum ass players
You don't want that
that
nigga to be
Dan Mullen got
successful.
here and gave him.
I do
I ain't
want him to
gonna
be
do it.
successful.
I'm not gonna sit
No, you
there and do
don't.
it.
No,
Yes,
you
I
don't.
do.
Cause
I'm
you
gonna
Yes,
sit
I
there,
when
do.
man.
shit goes south and when that little smurf, you got that
Uh
quarterback can't
huh.
get the fucking ball down the field. Well, it was Evero's fault because they
Yeah,
didn't set Bryce up.
should have
They
threw
didn't
the
give him
ball.
short
When
field.
when you ever hear me
But
say it
Q,
was Evero fault?
Oh man,
Should
you
have
be the
threw the
first nigga in that chair sitting there with both arms up talk about that. Ah,
but
No,
Q,
sir.
but
well.
Q,
I
but
I'm
Q,
state I'm
do
stating
you admit
facts,
this
Q.
though? Hey Q, admit this though. With Evero, hey,
Well,
look, we'll sit here and say we need a pass rusher. Evero
Evero
say we need somebody to set the
Evero
edge.
did that.
Like,
Hey, we talking about the
Evero
same guy that
don't say
drafted
that.
necessarily what
DJ
he
Hey,
making it
Johnson
out to
now.
Evero
be.
gotta go. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? This
Evero,
the shit I'm talking about
Evero,
right here.
Evero,
Evero's system
Evero,
just win the fucking Super
Q,
Bowl
Evero,
with
Q,
Evero,
Fangio, but he
Evero.
got to go.
Q,
Ever,
one
ever.
player. I'm gonna give you one draftee,
Here
DJ
we go.
Johnson.
And what the fuck does that
Well,
got to
hey,
do with
look,
anything?
Nothing,
because
to
Evero
piss you
said
off.
we need somebody. We need somebody to set the edge. We don't need no pass rusher. We need somebody to set the edge, and that's what you
Here
got,
we go.
DJ Johnson.
But
Here
see,
There
we
you go.
go.
y'all blame
Yeah.
Evero. Y'all sit there and blame Evero, but you
That's the
don't
best
blame
he could
Scott
do.
Fitter's ass. You don't blame Scott Fitter's ass for sitting there 3 fucking rounds waiting and shit.
Thank
Because they
you,
were trying to,
go.
cause they were talking on
They
the
let
phone and
Oh,
all
got
the
some
good
there's enough
talent get
blame to
off
go
the
around.
they
fucking
talking about
board.
quarterback.
And then they say,
They
well,
let
let
all
us
the
trade up,
motherfuckers
try to
talk
get this
smoke.
nigga. Let us trade
Oh
to get this
shit.
nigga
Now
before
we need
before
an edge
time fall
rusher.
out.
So hold on.
Really?
So hold on. Wait a minute.
Really?
So y'all think Federer made that move by himself and did not consult with Evero?
Nigga,
That was a
Dan
Federer
Morgan was
pick.
the assistant
So this thing,
GM.
TJ, is
I'm just
okay
saying.
when
Lord
I'm
when
have
just
they put
mercy.
saying.
nothing
Now
I'm
on
he
just
want to make
there,
sure
saying.
he
when they
bury
put nothing on
Evero
there,
instead of
they ask
burying
the
Dan
man for
Morgan.
trade.
Ain't that some shit?
Well, you can put it
Come
on
on,
all of them,
man.
Q, if it make you happy. If
He
it
was
make you
over
happy,
player
put the blame on all
personnel.
of them.
He was
Put the
over
blame on
drafting
all of
and
them, Q.
scouting. And y'all niggas are acting like he fucking Ray Charles out here with the bullshit. Y'all acting the nigga blind. He wasn't him. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. It wasn't him. He was sitting in the side, but he wasn't sitting in the driver's seat. But y'all, what the
Hey,
fuck?
well, we can go back and forth on this all day, Q. I'll be right here with you, dog. We
And
go
it
back
don't
and
make a
forth on
damn
this
bit of
all
it. Me
day
and you in the
long.
car and we driving and we get to the same destination, but you driving, but I'm not. We still in the same fucking building. We both knew where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
type
got
of
you.
shit is this?
That is real. That is real.
I don't disagree with you. I
But then
don't disagree with
they'll
you.
wash that
But
nigga hands clean and everything though. No damn
no,
Mooney,
Q,
he couldn't make no
you
decisions.
just said you just said Evero ain't got the talent. He ain't get the talent. All I'm saying is with that DJ Johnson pick, you think you saying that like Evero was out of the equation. He sat back there and let everybody else in that room make that pick, but him. He had absolutely no input in any of these picks. Evero was sitting back there waiting on all this
No, we
talent
didn't.
to be given
No,
to
we didn't.
him.
They gave this
No.
nigga a list and they say,
Go
hey, we
back
got these
every
players right here. We're
motherfucking
gonna try to
draft.
get you some of this.
You
Right.
said in the first
Panic
two
time
rounds,
came
TJ,
and
why they
they
was doing
traded
it.
up to get one of the niggas.
See there, see there, Q. See that? Go ahead and
Everybody
mute your
talking
mic, Q.
about
Go on mute your mic.
when them y'all see that and go back to that draft, you seen them defensive players started coming off
Y'all
that
niggas
damn board.
disgust me.
Then them motherfuckers say, "Oh shit, we need an edge rusher." Y'all seen that, man? We was right there
No, they
on the
want to
draft.
go get go. They want to go get
Who was the
fucking
pick before
Mango.
him?
The motherfucker wide receiver. Mango was the
That's
second
right,
round
Mingo.
pick.
Yeah,
And they had 2 third-round picks and they traded one to go get DJ. Stupid shit.
yeah, that was dumb.
Y'all wanted a fucking quarterback, you got him. You wanted a wide receiver, you got him. Get out on the
Got it.
fucking field, he ain't got shit.
Then all the edge rushers started coming off the board in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
BJ
What's wrong with
Ojolari,
this?
Zach Harrison, all them boys gone.
Byron Young, all them
Hey,
boys started coming
hey,
off the damn
Q,
off the
Hmm?
Q. I like Omar comment. He said 3rd and 12. Evero got the corners 15 yards off.
Check this out. It's called 3 and out. Bryce Young every fucking play. How about that?
Well, Q, I got a
Okay.
question for you. I got a question for you. Let's say in a perfect world, they draft every defensive player that you want with the amount of picks that we have. Um, and we come out, you know what I'm saying, you got something to cheer about. What is your expectations of where you think our defense should be?
Going to hell.
He ain't got no expectations. He just want to get on here and talk shit.
I
Man, well
talk shit
Hey,
because
CJ,
that's
that's the
worse.
shit we
you
got.
might be telling me
That's
some
worse.
good shit, man. You might be
That's
telling me
worse
some
than
good shit, CJ. I
that's
don't
worse than
know.
32. That's worse than
No,
32,
y'all
Q.
niggas need to stop
Come
being
on
pansy
now.
little niggas over here. The truth
Please
is, we're
answer the
not
question.
good. That's the truth. You want the fucking truth?
well, Pop, let me ask you a question, Pop.
So even if they get the players y'all want, they still just ain't shit. Dan Morgan still ain't shit, even if they get the players.
I see what
No,
you're doing right there.
that's the question I
I
was
see
getting
what you're
ready.
No,
doing.
That's
I'm
the question
wondering
I
what
was
you
getting
just
ready.
You
said,
you
man.
right,
Y'all,
I'm trying to
MDJ.
figure it out.
that's the
I'm
question
trying to
I was
figure
getting
out
ready
what
to
you
ask
saying.
though, MJ.
I'm same
That's the
thing with
thing.
you, MDJ. I'm
Now,
It's
trying to
still
figure it
gonna
out.
take
y'all
time,
sitting
even
there
if you
telling
get
me,
the players.
y'all sitting there telling me that you got the players on this defense right now that
Mm-mm.
wants us having
Yeah, that's what it said with Brian.
a top fucking 10 defense. That's what y'all
No, no,
saying.
no,
They
no,
splash on
no,
his
No,
no,
Bobby
quarterback.
no, no,
Brown,
no, no, no,
Michael
no, no,
Jackson.
no,
Michael
Nah.
Jackson.
no, no,
I
no,
mean, he
no, go.
asked
We
you
not
what the
Somebody
go,
said
go,
expectation
fucking
go,
was.
You
Jackson.
go,
That's
go,
why I
fucking
go,
brought it
go,
out what you
singing
said.
go.
when
We
you
didn't
mention a
go,
motherfucker name instead of talking about his play on the field. Ain't that
go,
some
hold on.
shit?
Hey,
go,
fellas,
go.
can I say something? Can I sum this up real quick?
Yeah,
They
go
could go
ahead.
out there and draft every player that Q want. Every player that was the A on Q list, they go out and draft it. As long as Bryce Young is a quarterback, Q is getting on these here internets and he is talking shit. He don't give a damn
But see,
what
but
happens.
Well, what's the
but
Achilles heel
CJ,
of the
that's
fucking
why.
team, CJ? What's the
CJ,
Achilles heel?
that's why I
Huh?
didn't bring up CJ.
Huh?
That's why I didn't.
Why the
That's
fuck we
why I
ain't
didn't.
Well,
winning?
That's why I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
Why?
bring
Pop.
up Bryce
I'm
Young.
sorry, Pop.
CJ,
I'm messing with you today. That's all.
Why
I'm
the
on
I'm
fuck
just
we
vacation,
ain't
dog.
winning?
I'm
It's
messing with you.
because the single most important position in all of American sports, we fucking suck at the quarterback position.
Yep. Y'all have
CJ.
seen
That's why
teams.
I didn't ask him about
Y'all know
no.
y'all
That's
have
why I didn't
seen
ask him
teams
about Bryce.
so,
Fish
with
rock
that
from a
name.
head
but
Y'all
down.
hold
look.
But I
on.
would like
Y'all
y'all to
know
answer my
y'all have.
question.
Y'all
I'm
know
sorry,
y'all
Pop.
have.
My bad.
Y'all know y'all have. And then y'all say, well, the reason why they ain't winning because of defense. The offense is putting up is scoring on anybody. You got Detroit that year, they didn't have no defense. Then they come back and who did they draft? Aiden Hudson, Jack Campbell. They did a defensive draft. And then guess where they at? Postseason, I mean going to the end of the postseason. Y'all seen that. They was putting up 40
Look
points
at this
on
shit right here,
motherfuckers.
go. Look at this shit right here. My man said
Then
last
you can
year was the
blame them.
defense. Shout out the Supernova. When you got the injuries that Evero had on his defense, and then y'all tell me y'all want this nigga to go out here with no name niggas and stop motherfuckers, and then on top of that, you got to deal with the bullshit of this ignorant ass roster that we had last year. Y'all watch your motherfucking mind, man. That man made water out of wine with what the fuck he had. And he ain't had much. Derek Brown
Water.
get
Not
hurt. Louisville
He
out
made
the door.
water out of wine. Don't you
Burns
got that
gone.
backwards?
I think that was the offense. I think that was the offense more so than the defense.
The
what?
offense going 3-and-out every drive. Just about 3-and-out, three and out,
They,
three and out,
so
three and out.
they didn't go 3-and-out every drive. The offense was
Minus the
better than the
Falcon game.
defense last year.
You ain't
The
gonna
Majority
offense
of
get
the
was better than
you
the
game.
can't
defense
convince
last
them
year, right?
otherwise, MDJ.
No, I'm being dead
What
ass
fucking
serious right
world
now.
y'all living in?
The offense was better than the
Wow.
defense last year. Q, what do you
It
mean?
was fuck.
The
The
offense
Better
got
defense
honey
ain't
better,
than
had
and the
nobody
anybody.
defense
on
got
the
Uh
worse.
oh.
field.
The
MDJ,
defense
who
got worse and the
started
Okay,
today on
offense
the
got better.
offense?
And
all right,
y'all
MJ.
sit here and say
Did
the
did we
offense
ever
was
Since
answer
you
three and
want
out
to
Pop
do
every
this shit
question?
fucking
right
play.
here, since you want to do this shit right here, name the starters on defense. Since you such a
CJ,
bad
hell no,
motherfucker,
they ran away from that
name
one.
them.
Hold
Name the
on.
starters on
Why?
defense.
Name them. Name them.
No, no, no,
First
no,
off,
Name
no,
them.
no. Name the motherfucking
why do
starters
you
on
keep asking
defense.
me a
Name them.
question, but you don't answer shit?
Name
You
them.
don't answer shit. You keep
Name them.
asking me a
Who the
damn
fuck is
question.
Name
starters
them.
on defense? Is it some random nigga
Name
off
them.
the fucking street?
Name them.
Why do
Who
you
started?
ain't answering
Okay.
that one
Okay.
fucking question? You just
Since
keep
y'all
asking me
Ah,
since y'all
goddamn
love to
question.
like I
Now
thought.
y'all
I'm
You
love to
not
don't
answer
answering
that.
know.
shit, but you gonna answer
You
Just
something
don't
out of
name
this
them.
know.
motherfucker.
Just name who started at the Atlanta game then. Since y'all love to talk about a damn Atlanta game, name who started the Atlanta game. One fucking game.
Jacoby Wyndham at linebacker.
Who the fuck is
Uh,
that?
you asked shit.
Who the fuck is that?
I answered your question. You
Who
said
in the
name
hot
somebody who
fuck is
started.
Jacoby Wyndham? Who is that?
He started at linebacker.
That's the fucking
Guess what he
problem. A
probably
no-name
guess what
nigga
he
that
probably doing
nobody
now, Q?
fucking know.
Guess what he probably doing now? He probably working at
Guess what?
Mattress
He
Firm,
working
a
at Fed
goddamn
Ex.
Chinese
At
restaurant,
Fed Ex.
or FedEx, or
He
something
working
Where
at
like that.
where they
Walmart.
The
work?
nigga
No,
might be
no,
cutting
where they
hair
work
this
at
month.
Mattress Firm.
The nigga might be cutting hair this month. I don't know. I don't even know the
God
nigga.
damn.
Go ahead, continue naming. Since y'all niggas want to blame Everroad so fucking much,
Y'all killing me, man.
no
Oh, not
name
mattress
niggas you have
firm.
to
Y'all,
I'm
start.
done.
That's right.
I'm
Hell, y'all
done.
niggas,
Mattress Firm.
no name
That's
niggas.
what we said. Mattress Firm.
This shit is crazy, man.
y'all killing me, man.
And with a straight
I,
face, y'all will blame Everroad for the shortcomings of the defense. When the nigga got peanut butter with no fucking jelly, can't make a sandwich around this
No
motherfucker, no
bread.
bread.
Fuck the jelly. No bread.
You do know the shit go hand in hand. Peanut butter and jelly. You gotta have players. You gotta have talent, skill. You gotta have all that shit. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why Evero can't stop the run. Bitch, nobody on the fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorant mother. I tell you, boy, y'all got my blood pressure up to date. Stupid shit. Nigga with a straight face and look and say, who this nigga you name again? What was his name again?
Jacoby, some
Jacory
goddamn
Wyndham.
body.
Jacoby
I done,
Wyndham.
Jacoby Wyndham.
I done,
Niggas will
I
say,
done,
well,
I done stopped
why
it.
you can't
I
use
forgot
Jacoby
this.
Wyndham and
2 minutes.
stop the
I don't
run?
care.
Motherfuckers
I
you should never
I
hear
did not
from
say
again,
that.
ever
No, it
again
ain't
in
you.
life.
It's the ignorant motherfucker who opened the crack of their ass and be walking around here saying this stupid ass shit. Walk around with their ass wide open, talking stupid. Why the defense looks so bad? You ignorant motherfucker. You got some nerve to open the crack of your ass and talk.
But you know
We
what,
got
Q, to
Jacoby
your
Wyndham.
point though, that's why Evero did get another year. Just like you said, it was riddled with injuries. It was. I even said this later on in the season. I was like, you know what? If come the end of the season and he sat down with Canales, Morgan, and whoever else, and was like, and they asked him, why should we keep you as defensive coordinator? He had a damn manila folder ready to throw at him, be like, here, look at the damn injury report all season. Look at all the acquisitions that we made. I'm not completely blaming it on Evero, but Evero is not absolved of any blame at all. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you make sure he get that blame now. If you don't do nothing else, you can make sure
Every,
everyone get that motherfucking
no,
blame.
everybody can get it. Everybody.
He
My
can get
thing
it,
is,
but he gonna
Hey,
get a good pie of that
third down,
motherfucker.
third down and 2, and you playing cover defense, and your damn cornerbacks are 10 yards back. That's not on Dan Morgan.
Who the fucking corner is, CJ? Who was the corner last year, CJ?
Hell, he was
He
doing
playing
that when damn
Who
when
was the
JC was
he
on the
playing man
field.
press.
who was the
He playing
motherfucking
man press.
corner,
He
CJ?
he
You
was
gotta
doing
go
it when
10
JC
yards
was on the
off this
field.
nigga. These
Okay.
niggas
Hold
getting
on, what you
robbed.
say,
Hold on,
go?
Q. Hold
Hold
on,
on,
Q.
what you say, go?
Other than JC, who was you playing man press with? Who the fuck do you got personnel to play man press with
Lord have
other than
mercy.
JC?
He don't play man. He plays on.
He
Yeah, he
He
got
don't play
gotta
him.
so
play
he
his
don't
own
even
because
know.
of the
Evero
niggas on
don't
the
run a lot.
field.
He don't run a
Why I
lot of
keep
man
asking?
press. That's
Why
not
is he
that's not
playing?
his scheme. That's not.
Ho,
Why
ho,
don't
ho,
he? That's the question. That's why I keep asking y'all. Why don't he? He don't have the personnel.
So JC ain't the personnel.
I said other
He
than
he.
JC. You know
Oh,
if
you
they
said
keep
other than
playing
JC.
with two corners
You
play
notice
man
Michael
press, you
Jackson
know
has
you
so
got a
many
whole
blown
other side of
coverages.
the
They don't
goddamn
want to
field.
talk about that shit the first three,
No,
four
no.
weeks of the season.
I
How many
got you. We
blown
talk about
coverages that nigga
no
had?
no. We talked about that all the time because I always
They
joked and
swipe
said, "Oh,
that
you
shit up under
you
the
had
fucking
to
rug.
roll a safety over the top with him all the time."
You gotta keep help with this nigga because guess what?
Yeah.
You
I
say, well,
do.
why he off the yard 10 yards? Yeah, that's why, because he need help.
That's
He need
why.
help, motherfucker. Help, help. I'm drowning. I need help.
Mm-hmm.
If he press a
Shit.
motherfucker and get beat, by the time you do roll that safety, he get ready to get beat. The angle
Mm-hmm.
gonna be off.
Okay.
You can't recover. He can't recover. That's where
Hey,
we at. Niggas think
like
a
the Atlanta boy
no-name
said,
nigga,
That's
he
all I'm
always
saying.
been his own defense coordinator.
Yeah, that's
a
his
Bar
scheme. Is
Parlor
all
move, a
he
Nick
runs a lot of
Scott. They
zone.
think niggas like this right here gonna come in here. Rose Boom, Jacoby Wyndham. They think LeBarion Ray is actually gonna be worth a flying
Who?
fuck when he get on the
Hold on,
field.
Q. Who is LeBarion Ray? Who in the hell
You know
is
I
who the
that?
don't
fuck
know.
he is. You know who the
No, no,
fuck
you
he
got to
LeBron,
say
is.
his name right.
I
LeBrian,
don't give a
Q.
goddamn
Why you
fuck.
adding
LeBron,
all
He
them extra
earned his
syllables
fucking
on that?
last on his name. I don't give a hot fuck what the fuck his last name
You
is.
said LeBarion Ray.
LeBron
That's a
Ray.
whole different person.
Barion,
Hold on,
Terrion. I don't give a
y'all
flying
know
fuck what
the
this
2 years.
nigga name is.
You
Sharion.
know the 2 years.
Hey, hold
The
on,
two
hold
years
on.
Liberian.
this dude been here, he ain't had no corners. He ain't had no
He
corners
earned
the
his
2 years.
fucking
He
name.
had no corners or no safeties. The 2 years that he been here now. Y'all can say that now. Real talk. Hell, D'Angelo, you
Real
supposed to be
talk,
our
real
safety guy.
talk.
You supposed to be our safety guy, D'Angelo. He ain't had no safeties or corners since he been here the last 2 years.
I agree. I agree. He hasn't had any other than JC. He hasn't had a lockdown corner. He hasn't had any fucking good play at free safety or
Now,
strong
for
safety.
safety,
But for that,
Now be
yeah,
mindful.
Jeremy
yeah.
They
Chinn,
But
brought in
yeah,
a
y'all
nigga in
talk
free
nothing about
agency,
him.
and they had Xavier
yeah,
Woods, and ain't none of them been worth a fuck last
but
year.
yeah. Xavier Woods
Yeah,
was
I
trash.
agree, Q. I agree.
David Woods was trash. I'm glad we got rid of him. But yeah, we haven't had any DBs other than
We
J.C.
got
Horn that could have played. But
my,
that
my boy from
but go
Cincinnati, not Jesse Bates, but
Von Bell.
Bell, Von
Von
Bell,
Bell.
Von Bell, Von
I mean,
Bell.
Von Bell was the highest caliber, and
But he got rid of
But
his
Von
ass
but he
in 1 year.
but he's even Von Bell wasn't a fucking free safety. He was a fucking strong safety. He was.
yeah.
We haven't had that ball hawking free safety since fucking Kurt Coleman and goddamn it,
True.
he
How long
ain't
that
even.
been? How long that
Yeah,
been?
that's been a long
No,
time.
no,
It's been a
because
long
Dan Morgan went up to the podium and said, "We're gonna get dogs. That's what we're gonna get dogs." Von Bell is a dog. Von Bell, he does what we want him to do. And then he went and got that nigga from the Rams and brought his ass up in here. He's a dog.
Fuller.
Kyle Fuller, he's a dog. How the fuck that look? What he barking at now? Well, his monkey ass.
So if they that good, why they stay here one fucking year? They stay here one fucking year.
But he a dog. Arr.
Okay.
time.
And they signing niggas for 1 and 2 year contracts. But they good though.
He's a dog. I like him.
Okay.
What you like about him? I just like him.
I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it.
I
I'm
refuse to
just
get my blood pressure
every
rose with these niggas
y'all
this
know
year.
y'all know what? Everything that I say, all them shows that I was talking about earlier, I ain't doing a goddamn thing. I'll be here on the 24th. I'll see y'all again on the 24th. I can't fucking do it.
I'm tired of it,
I can't
y'all.
do this. Tired
Oh
of
boy.
shit. Can't do it.
They don't deserve my fandom. I have been too loyal to this team for them to keep coming out here, going to that podium, looking me in the face, pulling their pants down, and fucking the audience. That's what they do every time. Dan
I
Morgan
be
get his
Thursday night.
illiterate ass up there on that podium with his non-blinking ass, and y'all be right there. Dan Morgan said, we got to read his poker face. What his poker face say? The motherfucker don't blink. You don't know what the fuck his face saying. This nigga's a fucking psych patient. With his stupid ass.
Thursday night, I'm gonna be upset. Fuck
Gotta
around
have
and
a
get
Hold on,
dog.
Q. Who's the psych patient? I had to take a phone call. Who's the psych patient?
Dan don't blink Morgan with his monster, Herman monster looking ass.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
probably fuck around and drink a fifth of liquor by pick 8.
I ain't drinking shit,
God
go.
dang.
I know what the fuck time it is. Them boy can kiss the crust of my ass. I ain't drinking shit.
So we get so we stay at
That
8.
shit
We pick
ain't
Jalen
got me
Walker.
sweating.
Y'all boys gonna be mad at that.
Yes.
Dan, what the fuck you talking
I
about?
was.
Why you going
Hey,
there?
they'd be mad if I
I
got a time machine and went back and got Julius Peppers in his prime out of college at pick 8. They'd be mad. Well, not you, Goat. I'm
Stupid
sorry.
as hell.
Q. Not
Y'all
you,
don't
Goat.
know
Not you,
that.
Goat. Not you, Goat. Q. I'm sorry. This is just for Q. Just for Q.
You can kiss my ass too.
Same here, buddy.
hold on, but let me ask you, why would you be mad if we took Jalen Walker? Hey,
Here we go.
Because you need more than an off-ball linebacker.
How
Jalen
many times we
Walker
gotta tell this
is
nigga
not
this,
gonna play
man?
the edge, but 2 motherfucking down. If
I
that.
think this
You see
nigga
what I'm
doing this
saying?
shit on
Because the
purpose.
but
Panthers gonna sit here, they ain't gonna be in throwing situations like that. What do we tell y'all about? Okay, I hate to say this word, Brian Burns. You know what I'm saying? They got 1,500 licks at it because why? MD just said it. They run the ball. They run the ball. They run the ball. What the fuck you think they're gonna do? He's not gonna be effective as a Panther. Yeah, so his cover skills is like that when he play the back four? Is he? Is he like that when he play the back four? Are you drafting him when he go play the motherfucking the 5 or the motherfucking wide 9? What are you drafting him for? 5 or wide 9 or back 4?
I would draft him to play the play that Mike, me personally, but I would draft him to play the motherfucking edge. I don't.
No,
I think
you drafting this nigga to play
that's
a
a me
rover.
person.
You drafting this nigga to play a
I,
rover or a jack.
yeah, you right. You right. I know.
That's what you drafting this nigga. That's why everybody's enamored with him playing a rover or a jack. But you're gonna have to
I'm
drop him
putting his
back into that back. At
I'm
some
So
putting his
point.
let's
ass
be
at off ball
no.
linebacker. Me person.
But you say that go. So wouldn't it be even a better idea that they do find a partner to move back? Because like you just said, you drafted him to get a rover, but you also need this, and this. It'd be smart that they if they found a partner to move back, so you can get all those needs. You know what I'm saying? Acquired.
I'm more apt to the trade back than you sitting there going to get Tech McMillan or Jalen Walker. I take the trade back, but I'm not talking about
Okay, I
trading back
got
to
you.
no goddamn 20. You understand what I'm saying? But then I
Yeah.
want to see what, like TJ come in there and said he made a trade this morning. What I was going to ask CJ, but I didn't never get the question in. What was the trade compensation when you traded back? What was the compensation
Oh, I
with say
traded back to
Indianapolis or whoever?
I traded back with Dallas, and we swapped second round picks, and I threw in a third.
See, you had to throw in.
Yeah, I had to throw
You see,
in. I had to throw in.
I'm
Yeah,
not with that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not giving you shit for you to move up.
but
Not
but
doing it.
hold on, go. You get if you throw in a third, we got two third round picks within 3 picks of each other. You get what I'm
I
saying?
don't
I
give a
I
damn. I'm still taking one of my forms of. I'm not giving nobody shit. If you want to move on with me, I'm a taker. I ain't giving
oh
shit.
no, I'm sorry, I had that wrong. Fourth, not thirds. Fourth. We only got one third round pick. I threw in, one of the fourth rounds. I'm sorry, my bad.
One of them four. And see, that's the money picks. That's the money picks. That's gonna be sweet spot in the
Okay,
draft.
okay, I
Bottom of the
got you.
second all the way to the fourth. I'm not coming off none of them fourth rounders.
What happened, Q? You woke up?
No, I was long story. Oh god. Just know some loud music just played out of nowhere. Just that's all.
Gotcha.
But look here, y'all. I told y'all we weren't gonna be long today. I got a couple things to do. Great content. Uh, we gonna come back. Like I told y'all to go to drop the mud in the comment section for me. The Q. The
Yes, sir.
link. We're gonna be at the track Friday and Saturday at Darlington Speedway at the House of Hooks. Mud Inc. Outlaw TV going live. Be there. Live show Friday morning and Saturday morning. That's all I gotta say. Hell, that's my last word. Give me some last words there, CJ Armchair GM, formerly of Two Brights in the Stand.
Well, I thank y'all for letting me come up here and join you. I told Poppin the other day I said I had to get back on here, but I promise you, I keep missing y'all. But I'm off work this week. I just came back from the coast visiting my parents, and I came out here. I saw y'all was live, so I said let me join these boys. But man, hey, I just hope that whatever the Panthers do, they just make the team better. I agree with Pop. Don't just take the best player available up there if that damn player does not fit the scheme of what Evero does. Okay, it is not completely. It's not all Evero's fault. Okay, it's not all Evero's fault. All right, there's a lot of blame to go around, Q. But at the end of the day, Evero is the defensive coordinator, just like you say. At the end of the day, Bryce is the quarterback. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, but hey, I love y'all guys. Thank you for letting me be up here and keep pounding y'all.
Appreciate it. I think we missed Flame for Jesus, Q.
Brother Flame for Jesus. Appreciate that super chat. He said we didn't have safeties or good linebackers. We definitely didn't have good edge rushers. Our defensive line was bad too. Shout out to him. He is giving the law to brother CJ in case he can't see with them Ray Charles glasses. That's what the fuck we had last year. A bunch of bullshit.
A
Thank
hot
you.
bowl of shit. Nothing.
Yeah. Just in case
I
you
don't
missed it.
disagree. I don't disagree.
I bet you don't, but you want the motherfucker to come out here and be worth a goddamn and be around here. Oh, why Evero can't make this shit work? His scheme is
Evero.
bad. No, the play is bad.
Evero. 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 Evero gotta go. Evero.
Look,
Evero.
look, look,
Evero,
look,
Every
it's
look,
his
look,
single
fault.
look
Evero.
here, y'all. Y'all can
Everybody around
mog
here.
me all day long. I said what I said. Q, not you, go. This is Q. Q, I said what the hell I said.
Oh, kiss my ass.
Lord have
Evero hater, the
mercy.
Evero
Bro.
whisperer. Shout out to y'all niggas in the chat that don't give a fuck about Evero. Y'all go straight to hell. That's my last words.
Popping, Mr. Bullets, would you please give us a last word?
Hey man, as usual, man, it was great talking to everybody, having this great discussion. Uh, we hear y'all, man. Listen, this is gonna be once again a very important and very watched podcast when it comes to this draft. Goat will be drunk by pick 8. Um, Q will have broken his laptop, but his phone will still be going. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna try to keep these guys' blood pressure down. I'm gonna give them a care package.
I'm gonna
Because
pray for you.
yeah, put us on the prayer list, CJG, armchair GM. Uh, man, listen, man, y'all stay tuned, man. These boys are working hard, man. I know y'all love everything they putting out, man. Y'all just keep rocking with us, and yeah, pray for my brothers, man, because they gonna need it on that night. 7 more days. I'm out.
Well, and that's it. Q, did you say you gave your last word?
Yeah, it's called Kiss My Ass, everybody who don't like Evero. That's my last
Okay.
words.
Okay.
Just in case,
Okay.
reiterating it.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we might do an Evero show because Evero is the number one hated motherfucker around here. I've never seen. What was that
You know
side
what, go?
motherfucker that? Huh?
You remember wrestling back in the day where they had the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
the we're gonna do
Yeah.
the Zero Evero Kiss My Ass Club in this motherfucker. We're gonna have motherfucker line up and kiss his black crusty ass.
What was that?
Wow.
What, after Steve Wilkes, what was that cat name that came after Steve Wilkes? Bald head dude. What was his name, y'all?
What you talking about? Defensive
The
coordinator
defense.
The defensive coordinator.
that went to
That
Atlanta?
Ron. No, that Ron had to take the damn defensive calling from his ass. He was that bad. That year. Williams wasn't it? Something Williams wasn't it?
Man, boy, I ain't
Damn.
registering.
Bald head
Oh,
dude.
God, was it the defensive backs coach?
He was
I
something. He
think
got
so.
elevated for he after
Yeah.
Will.
Eric Washington.
I think
Yeah,
Washington.
Eric
Washington.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Eric Washington. Now
Shout out to Atlanta boy.
y'all wasn't even talking that bad about Eric Washington. And Eric Washington was terrible and had more
Mm-hmm.
talent on the team than ever wish he ever had around this motherfucker.
But we
Man,
knew
Washington
Washington
called
was
like
trash.
37 plays and the season was over, man. Come on,
Yeah,
go.
we knew he was
Well,
trash,
hell,
but
our
go.
season been over last year. What the fuck you mean? Shit.
Y'all so you mean to tell
What
me
the fuck you looking
Eric
at, man?
Washington Eric Washington had more talent. Eric Washington had more talent on that team than ever wished he had. But y'all want to
Was
talk
we
shit about
contending for
Eric Washington?
playoffs?
Eric Washington was
What
terrible.
what the fuck we looking at?
But now,
Somebody punking me, man.
Eric,
Y'all punking me. Someone gonna jump out the
God,
closet.
no.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
where the
going on
camera?
around here?
Where Ashton Kutcher? Where the fuck is Ashton Kutcher?
This nigga gonna jump out,
Huh?
man.
The fuck Ashton Kutcher?
These niggas acting. This nigga said it like we
God,
wasn't losing all
Oh,
goddamn
God.
season last year. We was fucking losing.
Oh. I only
Kiss
said
my
that to
ass.
start some shit, y'all.
all I can say, Mama, Mama. I tell you, y'all killing me.
Oh, God. Yo.
This some shit. This is some horse manure. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It smell like manure. It's shaped like manure. This some shitty ass turds. And people think this shit is just so beautiful.
I
Oh my
think,
God,
man,
the shit
it's
smells so
hard over
good.
here. It's hard
What?
around here in Panther Land, man.
No, it ain't. They like it.
It's hard, man.
I like it.
It's hard. Black Cat Panther podcast, man. We out here.